Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes Baseball. Brought to you in part by the Ontario Airport Marriott, Vineyard Bank, Charter Media, Galliano Winery, the City of Laughlin Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sprint, Chipotle, Red Roof Inn, the City of Rancho, Cucamonga, Allstate Insurance, Farmer John, Xbox, Yellow Book USA, and NationwideSurveys.com. KWRM 1370 is the radio home for Quakes baseball all season long. Now, here's the voice of the Quakes, Rob Sinclair.
Well, thank you very much, and indeed, here we are. The epicenter is the setting once again where this morning the Quakes will look to snap a 4-game losing streak, which ties a season high in terms of consecutive setbacks for the Quakes, and they'll have a great shot to do it as the big right-hander Bartolo Colon, last year's American League Cy Young Award winner, makes a rehab start for the Quakes here today. Fans, good morning to you. Rob Sinclair coming to you live from here in Rancho Cucamonga. And we mentioned Bartolo Colon making the start. This is one of the most anticipated starts and rehab appearances in Quakes history. Colon last year went 21-8 with a 3.48 earned run average. He was just the second Angels pitcher to ever win a Cy Young Award win, the first in more than 40 years to earn that honor. He's won at least 14 games in 8 straight Major League seasons, only pitcher in the last 8 years to win at least 14 games. He and the Quakes have taken the field. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 60 seconds. We'll come back, take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll get ready for Colon's rehab start as the Quakes take on the Lancaster JetHawks in Game 4 of this 4-game series.
The Friday Family Fun Pack is back. Get 4 club seats, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, a Quakes baseball, 2 Boomers miniature golf passes, 2 Cold Stone Creamery buy 2 get 2 free coupons, and a voucher for a free on-demand movie from Charter Media, all for just $38. The Charter Media Friday Family Fun Pack is available May 26th, June 16th, June 30th, and August 25th. For more information, call the Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252.
This is Rob Sinclair, the voice of the Quakes for the Ontario Airport Marriott. If you're looking for a great place to eat, the Ontario Airport Marriott features the D Street Sports Bar and Grill, open daily from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 a.m., the Pacific Grill for the fine diner, or stop by the 24-hour Pacific Deli. The Ontario Airport Marriott is located at 2200 East Hope Boulevard, just off the 10 freeway. The Ontario Airport Marriott, a proud sponsor of your 2006 Quakes on the radio. You wouldn't want right-hander Bartolo Colon makes his warm-up tosses. We'll let him get loose, and let's take a look at how the Lancaster JetHawks line up against Bartolo Colon. JetHawks come in having won 7 in a row. That makes the JetHawks the hottest team in the California League, although they're still in last place, 8.5 games behind Inland Empire. JetHawks on the year 24-29. Leading it off for the JetHawks, the second baseman Emilio Bonifacio. Then it's the center fielder Chris Ryal and the right fielder Carlos González will bat third. In the middle of the order, Mark Reynolds is the shortstop. He's the cleanup man, leads the California League with 12 home runs. Stephen Nicholas, the big first baseman, hits fifth. Batting sixth and playing left field is the switch hitter, Brandon Burgess. In the bottom third of the order for the Hawks, the DH, Jeremy Millens, bats seventh. Josh Poor, the former Baylor Bear, is catching. He is in the 8th spot, and rounding things out in the 9-hole is the third baseman, Rusty Ryal. So again, for the JetHawks, they go with Bonifacio, Ryal, and González. Reynolds, Nicholas, and Burgess, followed by Millens, Ford, and Ryal. And the starter today for Lancaster is the left-hander, Kellen Robb. As Bartolo Colon has finished his warm-up tosses, the vitals on Colon, 32 years old, 5'11", 250 pounds, born in Altamira in the Dominican Republic. This year made 3 starts for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, going 0-2 with a 7.07 ERA before going on the disabled list with right shoulder inflammation. This is his first rehab start. We expect that he will make one more in Salt Lake and then rejoin the Angels in about 10 days. First offering is on the way, and a fastball at 90 miles an hour misses upstairs to Emilio Bonifacio, and the count is 1-0. Bonifacio is switch hitter in from the left side. Next offering, another fastball from Colon on the inside corner, and it's even up at 1-1. Again, the numbers for Colon last season, simply outstanding. So he won the American League Cy Young Award. Hot shot over to first, and gloved nicely by Michael Collins as He plays it on a knee, carries it to the bag himself. Bonifacio turned around on that fastball from Bartolo Colon, but hit it right at Michael Collins, who is making just third start of the year at first base. And Collins does a nice job over there and takes it to the bag himself for the first out here in the top of the first. That brings us to Chris Ryal. He's in for the right side. Fastball down and away from Colon. It's 1-0. Colon, again, last season, 21-8. Won the American League Cy Young Award as Ryal pops this one up, first base side, drifting into foul ground, and Collins will run out of room. That gets about 8 rows deep on the first base side, and the count evens up at 1-1. Colon 21-8, a 3.48 ERA. Was just the second Angels pitcher to ever win the Cy Young Award. Fastball outside, 2-1. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Colon working out of the windup. 2-1 upstairs. And it is 3 balls and a strike. Quakes wearing the home whites today. White tank tops, white pants, black undershirts, and black socks. 3-1. Fastball inside, and Chris Ryal draws a walk. So 1 on and 1 out for Lancaster. Just underway here in the top of the first. No score as of yet, and that brings us to the right fielder, Carlos González. JetHawks, once again, wearing the black tops. And that's going to be a hot one today. So we'll see how the Hawks hold up wearing those black tops, which are going to absorb a lot of heat here in Southern California. Gray pants as well for the JetHawks. Toss over to first, and Ryal dives back in. Carlos González, the man at the plate, hitting .276 with 8 home runs and 42 runs batted in. As Colon will work from the stretch here. Colon is on a 60-pitch limit. He's slated to go 60 pitches or 4 innings, whichever comes first. First offering, there's a changeup on the outside corner to Carlos González, and it's 0-1. Brett Butler, in his first year as Lancaster manager, giving the signs over there at third base. Looks like Javier Brito, one of the backup first basemen, coaching at first. Popped up on the infield. Ryal was moving on the plate. Leahy makes the catch on the grass. Fires back to first, and they double off Chris Ryal. And so much for that 1-out walk as Colon faces the minimum here in the top of the first. González pops up to third, and then Chris Ryal, running with his head down on the play, gets doubled off 5-3 as Ryan Leahy, the third baseman, threw back to catch him napping at first base. So nothing doing for the JetHawks here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left after the first half inning of play. It's the Hawks nothing, and the Quakes coming up. All right.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Mariloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom label. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Club wins with teamwork and a winning game plan. Doesn't planning for your financial future deserve that same careful attention? Glenn Hardcastle Insurance Banking Company knows it does. With 20 years of experience in life insurance, they will teach you how to use an insurance policy, not just buy it. Learn to use your term insurance to double your 401k or IRA's future income, or triple your future income through equity management. Find out more by calling Glenn Hardcastle at Insurance Banking Company. Find them in your phone book or visit their office in Upland in the Foothill Bank Building on North Mountain Avenue.
Bottom of the first inning, no score, and the left-hander Kellen Robb has finished his warm-up tosses for the JetHawks. As Nate Sutton will lead things off for the Quakes. Rancho Cucamonga under 500 for the first time this season. Quakes 26 up, 27 down, as they sit in third place in the Southern Division, 6.5 games behind Inland Empire. First offering from the left-hander Robb is a changeup at the knees for a called strike one. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Nate Sutton batting .253, a couple of home runs and 12 RBIs as Brad misses it outside. And It's even at 1-1. Let's take a look at how the Quakes line up against Kellen Robb. Nate Sutton leading things off. Then Ryan Leahy, the third baseman, hits second. The line drive is into right field. That's a leadoff single for Nate Sutton. Kellen Robb left a fastball up in the zone, and Nate Sutton jumps all over it for the leadoff base hit to right. Sean Rodriguez hits third for the Quakes. He's the shortstop as usual. Michael Collins, as always, is in the cleanup spot. He's at first base defensively, with Cliff Remley, the number 5 man, getting a rare start in right field. And the DH, Drew Toussaint, batting 6th. Maybe the bottom third of the order in just a second, as Ryan Leahy is in from the right side. Fastball outside. It's 1-0. Pat Riley, the left fielder, hits 7th. Catching today for the Quakes is Tim Duff. He's in the 8th spot. And rounding things out in the 9 hole is the center fielder, Cody Fuller. As Robb works from the stretch. 1-0. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Again for the Quakes, Sutton, Leahy, and Rodriguez. Collins, Remley, and Toussaint, followed by Riley, Duff, and Fuller. And the starter, of course, the right-hander Bartolo Colon, and he'll be followed by Fernando Rodriguez, the regularly scheduled starter. Tossed over to first, and Sutton is back standing up. Let's tell you about Kellen Robb, the left-hander. Vitals on him, 6'6", 225 pounds. Originally from Bellevue, Nebraska. 2-0 on the way. Change up on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Robb, a 25th round pick in 2003 out of the University of Wisconsin at Parkside. Outfield straight away on Ryan Leahy. Takes a fastball, a little bit low there, and a good hitter's count for Rhino, 3-1. Leahy batting .250. No home runs and 12 runs batted in. Infield, that double play Duff. 3-1. Fastball up high, and that's ball 4. So a single and now a walk. And the Quakes, after being shut out on just 3 hits yesterday, have runners at first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And Sean Rodriguez coming to the plate. The numbers for Kellen Robb this season, not that great when you look at it overall. 2-4 with a 7.38 earned run average. But he has 1 back-to-back starts. So he started the year 0-4 in his first 8 starts. But has picked up back-to-back wins. First offering to Rodriguez, a fastball outside. It's 1-0. Robb on the 21st, which was 2 Sundays ago, as the manager, Brett Butler, is coming out for a talk with Robb here in the bottom of the first. No score. First 2 Quakes have reached base against Kellen Robb. A scoreless game. But Robb, a couple of weeks ago, got a win against San Jose. Gave up just 2 earned runs in 7 innings. Then his last time out against Lake Elsinore, not as impressive. Gave up 5 runs and 10 hits in 6 innings of work, but still got the win last Saturday. As Butler went out for a quick word, says his piece, and now we'll walk back to the dugout as Sean Rodriguez digs back in. A ball and no strikes, the count on Rodriguez. Look back to second by Robb. Came home with a fastball swung on and missed by Rodriguez. And it's even at 1-1. Sean Rodriguez hitting .294. 9 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Team leader for the Quakes with those 9 home runs. 1-1. Popped him up. Shallow center field. Reynolds, the shortstop, going out, and he will continue to drift back until he makes the catch. Now he dropped it, but they're going to say that he had control long enough for the out. Mark Reynolds just kept drifting back and back into center field. But does make the catch as Rodriguez pops up to his counterpart, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first. So Michael Collins, the man at the plate now. Michael hitting .330 this season. 3 home runs and the team leader with 36 runs batted in. He's in from the right side, and Robb, the left-hander, fires a fastball at the knee. That's a called strike 1. Nate Sutton, the runner, at second. Ryan Leahy aboard at first. The outfield straight away against Michael Collins. 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Kellen Robb making his 11th start of the year. In his 50 previous innings, he's given up 41 earned runs and 81 hits in 50 innings. Collins stands back in. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Oh, 2, curveball down in the dirt. Covered up by the catcher, Josh Ford, as he slid over to his left, and the count of a ball and 2 strikes now. Rob with 41 strikeouts in 50 innings, only 13 walks. But opponents hitting a whopping .372 against him. 1-2 to Collins, and on the hands, and he fouls it off into the seats off to our right. One of the middle school attendees will come away with a souvenir. And we do it again, 1-2. Yesterday morning it was elementary education days. Today it is middle school education days. Had a crowd of better than 4,200 yesterday. It looks to be about the same here this morning. As Rob took his time and Michael Collins calls time at the plate. Fans, want to remind you that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by Chili's Bar and Grill in Rancho Cucamonga. Located at 10598 Foothill Boulevard. Enjoy the atmosphere inside or the convenience of Chili's to go. That's Chili's. Live a little. Rob ready. 1-2 in the air. This will slice into the seats on the first base side, and we'll do it again. No score here in the bottom of the first. Quakes with a couple of runners aboard. And only 1 out against Kellen Robb. As he's in a battle now with Michael Collins. And Collins has a terrific 2-strike approach. He's a guy who has some power, but with 2 strikes, he will choke up on the bat and focus on making contact and trying to hit it where the fielders aren't. Infield back at double play depth. The 1-2 once again. Curveball just inside. And it's even up at 2-2. Cliff Remley waiting on deck. Quakes trying to salvage something out of this 4-game series. They've lost the first 3 games to the JetHawks. 2-2. Reached out and poked to the right side of the infield. Cesar Nicholas, the first baseman, gloves it, and the throw to Kellen Robb, not in time. Michael Collins, chugging hard all the way, will get himself an infield hit, as Nicholas had to go a pretty fair ways away from the first base bag, going towards the middle of the diamond to field that on his backhand side. Then he flipped to Kellen Robb, and Michael Collins just won the foot race. So an infield hit for Collins. Nate Sutton goes to third. Ryan Leahy goes to second. And they're loaded up for Cliff Remley, the right fielder. Base is chucked and only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Lefty against lefty matchup. Swing and a miss on the fastball by Remley, and it's 0-1. Remo hitting .310 on the season. A home run and 18 runs batted in for the native of Powder Springs, Georgia. 0-1. Curveball stayed upstairs. And it's even at a ball and a strike now. Now, there's maybe a lefty-lefty matchup for Cliff Remley, and on paper that would favor the pitcher, Kellen Robb. But Cliff Remley has been very adept at hitting left-handers this year. 1-1. Curveball down the dirt and smothered by Josh Ford, the catcher. 2-1 the count. Remley hitting .299 against right-handed pitchers, but against left-handers, he is hitting .341. There's the 2-1. Ground ball back up the middle. This could be 2. Gloved by the shortstop. Reynolds to second for 1, and Bonifacio's relay is in time. 6-4-3 double play turned by the middle infield for the Lancaster JetHawks, and despite loading the bases, the Quakes get turned away empty-handed here in the bottom of the first. 6-4-3 to scoring on the double play. Reynolds, Bonifacio to Nicholas. And that does it for the Quakes here in the bottom of the first. So no runs despite a couple of hits and a walk. No Lancaster errors, and a pair of runners are left. We're through our first inning. Go to the second, scoreless here at the Epicenter.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family's summer vacation. To say thanks, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with their baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever with the Best Western Hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with them through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world, including the 338 hotels in California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Visit them today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738. And remember to book the baseball fan rate.
Great moments in Laughlin history. Jeff from Barstow tries out his new camera phone.
Hey, Jeff sending pictures from Laughlin.
Looks like you rented a jet ski.
Cool. Now he's floating by a pontoon boat.
Are there girls on there?
Yeah, those are girls.
Are they hot?
Yeah, and they're really tan. I think he's in a casino now.
Are the girls with him?
They're blowing on his dice. Nice, he won.
Good. He owes me money.
They're in a nightclub now.
Whoa.
Knee-deep in females.
That never happens when we're with them.
Hello?
Hey, man, you guys shooting from down here. Hey, baby. Woo!
Jeff says hello.
Uh-huh.
I hate Jeff.
Laughlin, Nevada. Founded on fun.
I don't want to know what that is.
For information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
It's the top of the second here in Rancho, Cucamonga. No score in this ball game as Bartolo Colon is ready to work to the middle of the Lancaster order. Opens with a fastball outside to Mark Reynolds. And the count is 1-0. Reynolds, Nicholas, and Burgess, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, due up for the JetHawks here in the second. Colon, the big right-hander, out of the windup. This one fouled back over our heads and out of play. And the count even. 1-1 on Mark Reynolds. Reynolds hitting .320 this season. A dozen home runs. That is tops in the California League, and 36 runs batted in. Open stance from the right side. Closes up as Colon missed upstairs with a 4-seamer. And it is 2-1. Colon has been between 88 and 91 with that fastball. There's an 88-mile-an-hour 4-seamer at the knees, and the count even at 2-2. Tim Duff with an outside target. 2-2 from Colon. Off speed, got fouled back over the roof once again. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mark Reynolds from Virginia Beach, Virginia. 6'1", 200 pounds. Duff setting up outside once again. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 89 miles an hour on the black from Bartolo Colon. That's his first strikeout and the first out here in the top of the second for the JetHawks. So that brings Cedar Nicholas to the plate. Nicholas, the big first baseman, had a tough night yesterday. Going 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. First offering from Colon. Fastball strike on the outside corner. And Colon ahead in the count at 0-1. Outfield straight away on Cesar Nicholas. 0-1. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's set up the Quakes defensively for you. Begin in the outfield where Pat Riley is in left, Cody Fuller in center, and Cliff Remley is in right. So Riley, Fuller, and Remley left to right in the outfield. That fastball's on the inside corner from Colon, and it's 1-2. On the infield for the Quakes, Ryan Leahy at third, Sean Rodriguez at short. On the right side, Nate Sutton plays second. Michael Collins gets his 3rd start of the year at first base. And catching today is Tim Duff. 1-2, bouncing ball left side. Gloved by Rodriguez on a couple of hops. Picks, throws, got him. Routine for Sean Rodriguez. Scored that one 6-3. And 2 gone here in the top of the second. No score in this one. Bartolo Colon has not allowed a hit through an inning and 2/3. Did walk Chris Ryal on 5 pitches back in the first, but got a double play to get out of that inning. Here's Brandon Burgess, the switch hitter, in from the left side. Fastball down and in, and it's 1-0. Popped him up. Third base side, foul ground. Leahy over towards the tarp. Will he have room? He does, right in front of the retaining wall, just past the Quakes dugout there on the third base side. Burgess pops up into foul ground. And another 1-2-3 inning for Bartolo Colon here in the top of the second. JetHawks down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. To the bottom of the second we go. Still looking for our first run, scoreless here at the epicenter.
One of the most common types of pollution from businesses is contaminated water runoff, which carries oil, grease, or other chemicals that drip or spill onto the ground into the street. This water continues through our communities untreated until it reaches the Santa Ana River and eventually the ocean. Contaminated runoff from your business is a violation of local laws for which you could pay a fine. So please, sweep outside areas and put the debris in the trash. Never hose them down or sweep into the curb or storm drain. Make sure dumpsters have lids to reduce blow-away litter, and call your trash hauler to replace your dumpster if it leaks. Empty mop water and other dirty water into a mop sink or floor drain. Do not illegally dump the water outside. Use non-toxic cleaning products whenever possible. Dispose of all toxics such as pesticides and cleaning products through a hazardous waste hauler. These items are too toxic to trash. And obtain spill containment and cleanup kits for your business. For more information about stormwater pollution prevention, please call 800-CLEANUP or the City of Rancho Cucamonga at 909-477-2740 extension 4060.
An advantage in sports is playing in front of the hometown crowd. The next time you're looking to refinance, buy, or sell, get that same hometown advantage with Legend Realty and Loans. Looking to refinance but have a prepayment penalty? No problem. They can pay up to $7,000 in prepayment penalties. Looking to buy? Ask about their buyer assistance program. Looking to sell? Ask for your free market evaluation. Call 909-945-8708. That's 909-945-8708. Legend Realty and Loans in Rancho Cucamonga.
Bottom of the second as we're back at the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga. Quakes had a chance in the bottom of the first, had the bases loaded with one out, but Cliff Remley grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. So here in the second, Drew Toussaint, the DH, will lead things off. First offering from Kellen Robb, the left-hander. And it's a curveball for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Toussaint, Riley, and Duff, 6, 7, and 8 for Rancho here in the bottom half of the second. 0-1. Fastball down low. And it's even at a ball and a strike. Drew Toussaint hitting .218 this year, 6 home runs and 17 runs batted in. 1-1. This one in the air to center field, but not overly deep. Chris Ryal has a beat on it, actually coming in to make the catch. Toussaint flies to center and one away here in the bottom of the second. Let's set up the JetHawks defensively for you. Start in the outfield where Brandon Burgess is in left. Chris Ryal, who just made that catch that lazy fly ball by Toussaint in center, and Carlos González getting the start in right field. So Burgess, Ryal, and González left to right in the outfield. Give the infield in just a second as Pat Riley digs in from the left side. First offering from Robb. Strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Rusty Ryal at third base for the JetHawks. Mark Reynolds at short. On the right side, Emilio Bonifacio plays second. Cesar Nicholas plays first, and the catcher is Josh Ford as Riley takes a curveball down and away. And the count is even now at 1-1. Ryal's hitting .291, couple of home runs, and 12 RBIs. Curveball down low once again. And 2 balls and a strike to count. Robb from the windup, 2-1. Challenged him with a high fastball, and Riley swung right through it. Even up now at 2-2. Talked about Cliff Remley and the success that he has had against left-handers this year. Pat Riley has had some good success against left-handers as well. Fastball inside. It's full 3-2. Riley, when going in a lefty-lefty matchup like he is here, batting .296. Payoff pitch on the way, shattered his bat as Cesar Nicholas has to get out of the way of the barrel of that bat. The barrel ended up all the way onto the infield dirt and then rolled into the right field grass as the ball was about 3 feet outside the first base bag. And we'll do it again. Well, not often that you see a 6'4", 230-pound first baseman take cover somewhere on the infield, but exactly what Cesar Nicholas was doing with that shattered bat headed his way. So Riley has a new piece of lumber. Back in from the left side. 3-2 once again. Fouled back over the screen and into the seats in front of us. Some fans will chase after it, and it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes. No score here in the bottom of the second. Outfield around towards left, looking for Riley to go the other way. Curveball missed inside, and that is ball 4. So Kellen Robb issues his second walk of the game. 1 on, 1 out for the catcher, Tim Duff. And as we were talking about earlier, Robb does not walk very many guys. I mean, the numbers aren't great, but that's because he's pretty much always around the strike zone and he gets hit a lot. Fastball on the inside corner to Duff. It's 0-1. But Robb coming in, only 13 walks in 50 innings. From the stretch now, 0-1 to Tim Duff. Line foul down the right field side. It's 0-2. Robb has walked at least 1 batter in every start, but has only walked more than 1 batter twice. He walked 2 against Visalia back in April and 3 against San Jose a couple of starts ago. There's a line drive on 1 out to the second baseman Bonifacio to second for 1, and Reynolds' relay is in time. So after a 6-4-3 double play to end the first, a 4-6-3 double play ends the second for the Quakes as it goes Bonifacio to Reynolds to Nicholas, 4-6-3. And the Quakes are done here in the second. No runs for the Quakes, no hits, no errors, and none left. To the third we go. Still scoreless here in Rancho.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes aren't always playing baseball at the Epicenter. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 Quakes, Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at www.xbox.com for more information.
Hey folks, Rob Sinclair here to tell you about the good people at Nationwide Surveys and what they can do for your business. They can handle customer surveys, employee feedback, and even online and on-site data collection. That's Nationwide Surveys, reliable feedback, fast. 800-252-0640 or visit them at nationwidesurveys.com. That's 800-252-0640 or online at nationwidesurveys.com.
Today's broadcast is made possible in part by Shelton's Poultry. We know it's our freedoms that make our country and our community great. At Shelton's, we'd like to take this opportunity to salute the men and women at home and abroad who protect those freedoms. Shelton's Poultry knows that our military personnel make great sacrifices for the benefit of us all. They allow us the opportunity to live, work, and feel safe. Shelton's Poultry, celebrating over 80 years of being a proud American business.
Bottom third of the order due up for the Lancaster JetHawks, with Millens, Ford, and Ryal, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, due up against the big right-hander Bartolo Colon. Colon has faced the minimum through his first 2 innings, has given up 1 walk and no hits. As Jeremy Millens stands in from the right side, Lancaster DH looks at a curveball down low, and that's ball 1. We'll throw Colon would have 4 innings or 60 pitches in this rehab start, whichever came first, and it's looking like it's going to be 4 innings. 1-0, another curveball, that's a strike. And it's even at a 1-1. Cologne had just 22 pitches through the first 2 innings. 1-1, fastball, a little bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jeremy Millens hitting .288, 3 home runs, but only 7 RBIs to go with those 3 home runs. 2-1, fouled off to the right. And it's even up at 2-2. Millens, the younger brother of Freddie Millens, who is a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Cologne out of the windup. Home with the 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Jeremy Millens goes down looking. That was 91 miles an hour right on the black from Bartolo Colon. His second strikeout and the first out here in the top half of the third. So after walking Rawl back in the first, Colon has now retired 5 in a row with a couple of strikeouts to go with it. And here's Josh Ford, the catcher. First offering, curveball outside corner. And it is 0-1. Josh Ford hitting .296. 3 homers and 20 runs batted in. 0-1, fouled off to the right. And Cologne has Ford on the ropes, 0-2. That last fastball, 92 miles an hour from Bartolo Colon, the highest that we have seen from him on the radar gun today. Outfield straight away on Ford, native of Baytown, Texas. Duff setting up inside. Here's the 0-2. Fastball missed inside. And it's 1-2 now. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Gorgeous day for baseball here at the Epicenter. 1-2 home from Cologne. In the air, center field. And playable for Cody Fuller. He'll barely move. Few steps off to his left. And he puts it away. Josh Ford retired on a routine fly to center. And there are 2 away. No score here in the top of the third. Base is empty. And Rusty Ryal coming to the plate. Fans want to remind you that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by the Outback Steakhouse of Ontario. Located at 4492 Ontario Mills Parkway, just across from the Ontario Mills Mall. Outback Steakhouse is the home of the world-famous Bloomin' Onion. At Outback, it's no rules, just right. Fastball outside from Bartolo Colon. 1 ball and no strikes, the count on Ryal, the JetHawks third baseman. Another fastball, this one in at the knees. And the count is even now, 1-1. Ryal went 0 for 2 yesterday, but drew a walk and scored the only run of the game. Fastball upstairs, 2-1. Ryal walked with 2 outs in the 7th against Jose Arredondo yesterday. Stole second, went to third on an error that was charged to Ben Johnson, the catcher, but there's really no fault of Johnson's. And then scored on a steal of home. Here's a fly ball into left field. Easy play for Pat Riley as he'll drift back and put it away a few steps in front of the warning track. And another 1-2-3 inning turned in by Cologne here in the top of the third. Struck out Millens to start the inning, then a couple of routine fly balls from Ford and Ryal. 1-2-3 go the JetHawks here in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. To the bottom of the third we go. Still scoreless. Quakes nothing and the JetHawks nothing.
Termites feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the book, not the other book. Dentists, gates, inline skates, artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, Bombay, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book. Let your fingers walk into the yellow book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Friends and family visiting you this summer? Don't worry. Add a room instantly by calling your friends at the Red Roof Inn. Red Roof Inns offer quality rooms, friendly service, great rates, and kids stay free. Plus, as a Ready Card preferred member, you'll earn points towards free room nights.
With 360 Red Roof Inns nationwide, you'll find locations everywhere, including Ontario, San Dimas, and Victorville. Visit us today at redroof.com or dial 800-RED-ROOF.
Rancho, Cucamonga, Quakes and JetHawks scoreless here at the Epicenter. As Cody Fuller will lead it off for the Quakes. From there we go back to the top of the order, Nate Sutton and Ryan Leahy. So 9, 1, and 2 due up for Rancho here in the bottom of the third. As Cody Fuller will stand in from the right side, hitting .290 on the year. No home runs, 14 RBIs. Kellen Robb, the left-hander, home. And missed with a fastball inside as Fuller showed bunt. And let it go by for ball one. Rusty Ryal in on the grass at third. Fuller swinging away this time. Taps it off the end of his bat, foul up the first base line. And the count even now at 1-1. Fuller, native of Valverde, Texas, a suburb of San Antonio. 48th round pick last year out of Texas Tech. 1-1 to Fuller. Hit hard past the diving Rusty Ryal at third base and through into left field. That's the leadoff base hit for Cody Fuller. Well, Fuller showed bunt on the first pitch of that at-bat, and that's what drew Rusty Ryal in at third base. And then Fuller got around on a fastball and slapped it past Rusty Ryal. The leadoff man aboard, and here's Nate Sutton. Kellen Robb has made one turn through the order. No runs, 3 hits. Couple of walks and no strikeouts. Pitch out and nothing happening. The count is 1-0 on Nate Sutton. The Quakes have had some base runners, but Kellen Robb has gotten 2 inning-ending double plays in the first 2 innings. Sutton in from the left side. A little half swing there, and he taps it foul off the facing of the Quakes dugout on the third base side. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. Cliff Remley hit into a 6-4-3 double play to end the first. Tim Duff grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the second. In the middle infield looking for a ground ball once again. Nate Sutton fouls it off down the left field side. 1-2 on Sutton. Nate singled back in the first, eventually made it all the way to third base, but was stranded there as Kellen Robb got up of a bases-loaded 1-out jam in the first. Throw over to first base, and Cody Fuller dives back in. Fuller's got good speed, 7 stolen bases this year for Rancho. In 12 attempts, another pitch out, and nothing happening as the count evens up at 2-2. Outfield around towards left as Rabb steps off and fakes the throw to first. Fans trying to get the wave going in front of us here on Middle School Day. 2-2 swung on and fouled at home plate. And it stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Nate Sutton. Youngest of 4 boys is Nate Sutton. Grew up in Santa Cruz, California. 2 of his older brothers played college football. The other one played college baseball. Nate played his college baseball at UC Santa Barbara. 24th round pick in 2004. 2-2 on the way. Change up a little bit low. And it's gone full now on Sutton. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fuller at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Payoff pitch. Fuller on the move. Ground ball back up the middle. Diving stop by Bonifacio at second. And he'll hold on to the throw, as that will be an infield hit for Nate Sutton. That was a nice play by Emilio Bonifacio, ranging a long way to his right up the middle there at second base. Made a diving stop on the backhand, and if Fuller had not been running on that pitch, I think Bonifacio probably would have been able to flip to Reynolds and gotten a force out, but since Fuller was moving, had that little bit of a head start, and was able to reach second base safely. So an infield single for Sutton. Nate Sutton is now 2 for 2. And the Quakes with men at first and second, and nobody out for Ryan Leahy. He takes a curveball up high for ball 1. No score here in the bottom of the third. Quakes were shut out 1-0 yesterday. Lost another one-run decision 5-4 on Tuesday. We're blown out 11-4 on Monday as the manager Brett Butler and the trainer Rob Knepper are both coming out to take a look at Kellen Robb. Fans, want to make sure you know that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by Romano's Macaroni Grill of Rancho Cucamonga. Located at 10742 Foothill Boulevard, choose from more than 35 Italian specialties. Romano's Macaroni Grill, all the Italian you need to know. Now, it looks like Kellen Robb is unhappy with the footing at home plate, on the pitcher's mound, I should say. As he's making a couple of warm-up tosses under the watchful eye of Brett Butler, who claps his hands and says, "You're all right, stay in the game." So Robb will stay in. For the second time today, Quakes have runners at first and second and nobody out against the big left-hander. Back in the first, Sutton singled and then Leahy walked. And the Quakes didn't get anything. Here in the third, Fuller singled to left and Sutton reached on an infield hit as Leahy showed bunt, pulled it back. And Robb missed it low in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Quakes trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, while at the same time halt Lancaster's 7-game winning streak. Corners playing in, Leahy showing bunt again, and Robb missed inside with a fastball. And now Leahy ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes, and Robb in danger of walking Leahy for the second time. Good speed on the base pass for the Quakes, with Fuller at second and Sutton at first. Leahy still showing bunt, pulled it back even though that was a buntable pitch. And Robb got the outside corner. It's 3-1. Leahy figured Robb has missed the first 3. Maybe he'll miss again. Put me on for free. 3-1. There's a good bunt up the first base line. Fielded by Nicholas with a bare hand. Little lob to first in time to get Ryan Leahy. Ryan Leahy got a sacrifice down on Tuesday night. Popped up a sacrifice bunt attempt yesterday. And now gets it done here today. So 3-4 the scoring on Leahy's sacrifice, as he does his job and moves Fuller to third and Sutton to second. So 2 men in scoring position for the Quakes. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And Rancho Cucamonga looking to score first, as Sean Rodriguez is in from the right side. First offering from Robb. Curveball, strike of the knees. It's 0-1. Rodriguez 0 for 1. He popped up back in the first. Fastball down low. And it's even at a ball and a strike. Now this is where it really helps to have Michael Collins hitting behind Sean Rodriguez. Because with first base open, Rob could choose to work around Rodriguez. Fastball outside, 2-1, but then you're loading the bases for the guy who's tied for 5th in the California League in RBIs, Michael Collins. But Kellen Robb really has to pick his poison here. 2-1. Swung on and missed by Rodriguez. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He can either challenge Rodriguez like he has been and take his chances with Sean, who's hitting .294 and leads the club with 9 home runs. 2-2. Fastball outside, and it's gone full. Or he's going to have to deal with Collins with the bases loaded if he ends up walking Rodriguez. So we'll see what happens here. Sean Rodriguez calls time and steps out. Cody Fuller at third, Nate Sutton at second. Leadoff pitch from Kellen Robb. Line drive, fair down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases for Sean Rodriguez. Fuller's in. Sutton is around third. He'll score standing up. A 2-run double for Sean Rodriguez. And the Quakes take the lead here 2-0. For Sean Rodriguez, RBIs 32 and 33. And he's in scoring position himself for Michael Collins. Rodriguez also picks up his 9th double of the year. As Michael Collins stands in from the right side. First pitch reached out and fouled down the left field side, 0-1. Collins with a base hit today. Reached on an infield hit back in the first. Outfield around towards right on him as Robb wheels off and looks Sean Rodriguez back to the bag at second. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, the 0-1. Ground ball on one hop to the third baseman, Ryal. He'll look Rodriguez back to the bag at first, take the out at first, and then moving up after the throw with Sean Rodriguez as he gets to third. That's a nice piece of base running there by Sean Rodriguez, as Ryal held him for the moment at second base, but didn't look him all the way back to the bag, and that extra couple of steps that Sean Rodriguez saved right there allowed him to move up to third. So Collins grounds out to third. Rodriguez now at third base, and with 2 gone, here's Cliff Remley, the Quakes right fielder. Left-hander against left-hander. Curveball outside from Robb. It's 1-0. Quakes up 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Got leadoff singles from Cody Fuller and Nate Sutton. And then the 2-run double by Sean Rodriguez. Check swing. Appeals to third and say Remley held up. That's the count. Now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0, another check swing. So that time a called strike by the home plate umpire. And 2-1 on Remo. Quakes finished the month of May with 4 straight losses. Went 13-17 in May. Tried to open June with a victory. Curveball a little bit outside. 3-1 on Cliff Remley. Rodriguez still at third base. 3-1 on the way. Ground ball rolled over to the second baseman, Emilio Bonifacio. He'll come in and throw out Remley on the run. Score that one 4-3. And that does it for the Quakes here in the bottom of the third. But Rancho Cucamonga picks up a couple of runs on 3 hits. The big blow, the 2-run double down the left field line for Sean Rodriguez. RBIs 32 and 33 on the year. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. To the fourth we go. Quakes with the first lead, 2-0.
You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent Peter Barrios at 909-989-1603 today. Subject to availability and qualifications, Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
You know, the goal of baseball is to get home quickly. The last thing you want to see is some player lollygagging around third when there's going to be a close play at the plate. Well, Farmer John feels the same way about ham, bacon, sausage, and hot dogs. You know, all Farmer John products are made fresh right here in the Southland. That way, they get to your home as quickly as possible. And it's a short slide into the plate. That's your plate at home. No home plate. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
Whether it's your first Little League T-shirts or employee apparel, there's just something special about putting on a uniform and feeling like part of a team. If you're promoting your club, team, or business, you owe it to yourself to contact Pit Stop Embroidery. In addition to providing custom embroidery, they can custom make just about any promotional product your company can think of. So gather your ideas and call 1-800-5-STITCH. That's Pit Stop Embroidery, serving you since 1990. Find them online at pitstopembroidery.com.
And the Quakes with a 2-0 lead as the right-hander Bartolo Colon begins what will be his final inning of work. Top of the order, back to the plate for the JetHawks as Colon has faced a minimum 9 through the first 3 innings. Colon at 35 pitches through 3 innings on a 60-pitch limit as Bonifacio, the second baseman, goes after the first pitch. Routine into right center field. Cliff Remley, the right fielder, over to track it and put it away. And Bonifacio retired. 1 pitch, 1 out for Colon here in the top of the 4th. Colon has looked very good. Fastball between 87 and 92 miles an hour. Has mixed in a couple of curveballs, a couple of changeups, but for the most part, it's been 4-seam fastballs from Bartolo Colon. As Chris Ryal stands in from the right side. First pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball. And it's 0-1. Fernando Rodriguez is up and throwing in the Quakes bullpen down the left field side. It was Rodriguez's turn to start today. So he will follow Bartolo Colon when the 5th inning rolls around. 0-1. Another swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Chris Ryal, the only batter to reach against Bartolo Colon today. He walked on 5 pitches. Since then, 8 straight outs for Bartolo Colon. Right-hander against right-hander. Duff setting up outside. The 0-2. Line drive right back up the middle. Almost got a piece of Bartolo Colon as it lines into center field. And Chris Ryal with a 1-out single. So Chris Ryal remains the only batter to have reached against Bartolo Colon. A walk and now a single for Ryal, who came in hitting .324, 9th best in the California League. Now Ryal at first, 1 on and 1 out. And here's Carlos González, the right fielder. González in from the left side. Colon will work out of the stretch. And set high. First offering, a fastball, swung back and fouled against the screen. It's 0-1. González hitting .276, 8 home runs and 42 runs batted in. Quakes have the infield at double play depth. 0-1 from Bartolo Colon. Line drive over a leaping Sean Rodriguez, and that's into left field. A base hit the opposite way for Carlos González. And the JetHawks now with back-to-back singles have runners at first and second with 1 away here in the 4th. So Ryal with the base hit to center. González with a knock to left. 2 tying runs aboard for the JetHawks. And here's Mark Reynolds, the shortstop. Reynolds 0 for 1 was called out on strikes back in the 2nd. 1 of 2 strikeouts today for Bartolo Colon. Right-hander against right-hander. Check of the runners. Big curveball swung on and lifted into left center field. Playable for whoever wants it. Riley and Fuller are both there. It'll be the left fielder, Pat Riley, making a late call as he called off Cody Fuller. That's Fuller's call to make, and it's his ball if he wants it. But he gave way to Pat Riley there, who makes the catch. And there are 2 away here in the 4th. So 2 on, 2 out. And potentially the last batter of the day for Bartolo Colon. Cesar Nicholas digs in from the right side. Quakes up 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. Right-hander against right-hander. Colon home for the stretch. And a fastball upstairs. It's 1-0. Nicholas spent all of last year down in South Bend in the Midwest League. Helped lead the South Bend Silverhawks to the Midwest League Championship. This year, a .266 average with 6 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Cologne staring in for the sign from Tim Duff. 1-0 on the way. Off speed and a changeup at the knees for a called strike to even the count at 1-1. Nicholas playing in his 52nd game of the year for Lancaster today. And for the JetHawks, this is game 54 on their schedule. 1-1. Fastball. There's a strike. And it's 1-2 on Caesar Nicholas. Chris Ryal, the runner at second. Carlos González aboard at first. 2 on and 2 out. Duff setting up outside. There's the 1-2 from Cologne. Fastball upstairs. So he hit 93 on the gun right there. That's the highest velocity we've seen on the fastball from Bartolo Colon. Hit 92 a few times. 93 right there. Count is even, however, at 2-2. Duff setting up outside again. Look back by Colon. 2-2. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Caesar Nicholas goes down looking, and that's a nice way to cap this rehab start for Bartolo Colon as he goes 4 scoreless innings and strikes out Caesar Nicholas looking to end things here in the top of the 4th. Lancaster got a couple of back-to-back singles from Ryal and González, but that was it as they are left stranded at first and second. In the 4th, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a pair are left. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Quakes still holding on to the lead, 2-0.
You're listening to Rob Sinclair and Quakes Baseball on AM 1370 KWRM Corona.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Mariloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Pack is back. Get 4. The Charter Media Friday Family Fun Pack is back. Get 4 club seats, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, a Quakes baseball, 2 Boomers miniature golf passes, 2 Cold Stone Creamery buy 2 get 2 free coupons, and a voucher for a free on-demand movie from Charter Media. All for just $38. The Charter Media Friday Family Fun Pack is available May 26th, June 16th, June 30th, and August 25th. For more information, call the Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252. Of the 4th, Quakes with a 2-0 lead, and Drew Toussaint set to get things started for the Qs. They'll be followed by Pat Riley and then Tim Duff, 6, 7, and 8. Due up against the left-hander, Kellen Robb. Toussaint, hitless today, fly to center in his only at-bat previously. Swing and miss on the changeup there from Kellen Robb, and the count 0-1. We have Bartolo Colon at 47 pitches to get through his 4 innings. There's a bouncing ball to the shortstop, Mark Reynolds. Fields it on the backhand. Throw to first. Gets Toussaint by a couple of steps. Score that one 6-3, and there's one away.
So Cologne had been on a 60-pitch limit or 4 innings, whichever came first. And Cologne turns in 4 shutout innings. Couple of hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. So a pretty impressive outing for Bartolo Colon today. He tries to come back from the shoulder inflammation that sidelined him after only 3 starts for the Los Angeles Angels. Pat Riley looking at a fastball on the inside corner in the count 0-1. Left-hander against left-hander. Curveball down and away from Kellen Robb. And even now at 1-1. Riley walked back in the second. One of 2 walks given up by Kellen Robb. Curveball outside, 2-1. Riley from Sparks, Nevada. 2-1, foul back against the netting. And back down into the Quakes dugout there on the third base side. And we're even now at 2-2. Curveball got him to go around on a check swing, and that is strike 3. Riley tried to hold up, but couldn't do it. That is the first strikeout for Kellen Robb. He has retired 4 in a row, and the first 2 men are gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Quakes up 2-0. Base is empty, and here's the catcher, Tim Duff. In from the right side, first pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. It's 0-1. Fans, want to remind you that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by Round Table Pizza of Rancho Cucamonga. Bring in your Quakes ticket stub and get yourself a large 1-topping pizza for just $10.99 plus tax. You can visit Round Table Pizza at 7201 Archibald Avenue or give them a call at 980-8040 for delivery. As it looks like that foul ball off the bat of Tim Duff got a piece of Josh Ford, the Lancaster catcher, as Brett Butler, the manager, and Rob Knepper, the trainer, are out once again. They were out back in the 3rd inning to look at the left-hander Kellen Robb. And now it looks like they're taking a look at the right hand of the catcher, Josh Ford. As Ford will toss it with a little bit. The left-hander Josh Ford trying to get, or the left-hander Kellen Robb, as Ford tries to get some feeling back into that right hand. And he'll be okay. Fans, even though this is the finale of a 4-game series, this homestand is not done yet. Still have the Inland Empire 66ers coming to town for a 3-game set over the weekend starting tomorrow. 7:05 tomorrow, 7:05 on Saturday, and then a 2:05 start to finish the series Sunday afternoon. As Duff is in from the right side. Fastball upstairs, and the count evens up now at 1-1. Fans, don't forget fireworks tomorrow after the game. One of the best fireworks show in the Inland Empire. 1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike. And then on Saturday, I will not be able to hang out with you. It's going to be the dulcet tones of Jeff Levering, because I'll switch over and do the TV with my tag team partner Dan Hubbard. Fouled back there by Duff against the screen, and it's 2-2. So come on out and catch the Quakes this weekend. 7:05 starts tomorrow and Saturday, 2:05 on Sunday. 2-2 to Duff. Reached out and poked into right field, dropping fast and not caught by the right fielder, Carlos González. He made a great diving catch to take away a hit in yesterday's ball game, as he took away a hit from Cody Fuller in the 8th inning, this time just out of his reach, as Duff drops a soft single into right field, and that keeps this 4th inning going for the center fielder, Cody Fuller. Remember, fans, if you can't make it out to the ballpark, you can catch us over the air here on KWRM. And, of course, on Saturday, KVMD is the place to go, channel 23 over the air or on Charter Cable. And you can watch the Quakes on TV as Cody Fuller goes after the first pitch, fouls it off into the seats off to the right. And the count 0-1. Got to check your local listings for where KVMD is at on your dial, however. Fastball inside, dropped by Josh Ford, but he scrambles back behind home plate and finds it quickly. The Duff stays put at first, and the count 1-1 on Cody Fuller. Quakes up 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Sean Rodriguez with a 2-run double back in the third inning to provide all the offense. Curveball inside corner. And it's 1-2 on Cody Fuller. Cody, one of the men who scored on that 2-run double by Sean Rodriguez, led off the third inning with a base hit. So he's 1 for 1. 1-2. Changeup just outside. And it's even up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Duff held at first by Cesar Nicholas. 2-2 to Fuller. Fastball inside, and it's gone full now, 3-2. Fuller, a 2-sport star in college. Played baseball and football at Texas Tech. 3-2 popped up, back over the screen, and this one should get into the seats in front of us. It will. And Fuller stays alive at 3-2. Tim Duff will be going with this pitch away from first. 2 gone here in the bottom of the fourth. And a ground ball to the third baseman, Rusty Ryal. He'll go the long way to first, takes the out, as Fuller grounds out 5-3, and that does it for Rancho here in the bottom of the fourth. So the Quakes get a 2-out single from Tim Duff, but that is all. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the fifth. Quakes on top of the JetHawks, 2-0.
Great moments in Laughlin history. Jeff from Barstow tries out his new camera phone.
Hey, Jeff sending pictures from Laughlin.
Looks like you rented a jet ski.
Cool. Nice floating by a pontoon boat.
Are there girls on there?
Yeah, those are girls.
Are they hot?
Yeah, and they're really tan. I think he's in a casino now.
Are the girls with him?
They're blowing on his dice. Nice, he won.
Good. He owes me money.
They're in a nightclub now.
Whoa.
Knee-deep in females.
That never happens when we're with them.
Hello?
Hey, man, you guys should come down here.
Hey, baby. Jeff says hello.
Uh-huh.
I hate Jeff.
Laughlin, Nevada. Founded on fun.
I don't want to know what that is.
For information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by JP Construction Company, specializing in commercial and retail construction and renovations. But unlike many contractors, JP Construction doesn't just build buildings, they build relationships. JP Construction Company prides itself on its honesty, reliability, and integrity. They're fully licensed and bonded, and no project is too big or small. That's JP Construction Company, an honest and loyal contractor. Find them in your yellow pages.
As we're underway here in the top of the fifth. And Fernando Rodriguez into the game for the Quakes on the hill. As the big right-hander drops a curveball in at the knees, and it is 1-2. So Bartolo Colon made his rehab start, threw 47 pitches in 4 innings of work. 1-2, foul back by Burgess, and we'll do it again. Final line for Colon looks like this: 4 scoreless innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And Colon at one point retired 8 in a row. 1-2, curveball swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. And Fernie Rodriguez opens things here in the fifth with a 4-pitch strikeout of Brandon Burgess. Again, the final line for Bartolo Colon. 4 innings, no runs, 2 hits, a walk, and 3 Ks. He was up as high as 93 miles an hour on the radar gun with his fastball. This four-seamer from Fernando Rodriguez is up and into the DH Jeremy Millens, and it's 1-0. Quakes leading at 2-0 here in the top of the 5th. 1-0 to Millens. Hit hard pass to diving Ryan Leahy and threw into left field. A one-out base hit for Millens. His first hit of the day, and a base runner for Lancaster here in the 5th. Let's tell you about Fernando Rodriguez. Vitals on Fernie, a right-hander from El Paso, Texas, 6'3", 210 pounds. Rodriguez, an 18th round pick out of El Paso Community College in 2003. As Josh Ford, the catcher, stands in from the right side. Rodriguez working from the stretch now. Right-hander against right-hander with the infield at double play depth. First pitch to Ford. Fastball inside corner. That's a call. Strike one. Fernie Rodriguez 5-2 on the year with a 4.47 ERA. Has won 3 straight decisions, including his last 2 starts. 0-1. Millens on the move, and a pitch popped up first base side. Foul ground and out of play as Michael Collins stumbled going after that ball, got up and then watched it land at the picnic area. They're on the first base side, so they count 0-2 on Josh Ford, and Jeremy Millens goes back to first. Rodriguez, a couple of starts ago against High Desert, worked into the 8th inning, gave up 4 runs in 7 1/3 for the victory. Then his last time out against Stockton gave up 2 runs in 5 innings of work against the Ports. That was back on Saturday night. As Rodriguez steps off and lifts Millens back to first. And again, this was Fernie Rodriguez's scheduled day to start. Well, with Bartolo Colon coming on the rehab, he gets precedence, and Rodriguez comes in the middle of the game. Toss over to first, rolling a little bit away from Michael Collins, but stayed on the infield dirt, and Jeremy Millens stays put at first. Rodriguez this year has made 10 starts and has logged 56 1/3 innings this year. 0-2 home to Ford. Curveball down and away, covered up by Tim Duff. And it is 1-2 now. Rodriguez in those 56 1/3 innings has given up 28 earned runs on 60 hits. Another curveball down low and blocked by Tim Duff once more. And it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez, 42 strikeouts in 56 1/3, 16 walks. So better than a 2-to-1 ratio of strikeouts to walks. And opponents hitting .270 against him. Toss over to first, and Millens is back in. Fernando Rodriguez paying a lot of attention to Jeremy Millens over there at first base. Millens is 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts this season. There he goes, 2-2 on the way to Ford. Line drive pass to diving Sean Rodriguez and threw into left field. Perfect execution on the hit and run by Josh Ford, as Millens is able to go from first to third on that base hit. And runners are on the corners with 1 away. So Rodriguez struck out Brandon Burgess to start things here in the top of the 5th. Now has given up back-to-back singles to Millens and Ford. And here's the number 9 hitter, Rusty Ryal. Ryal in from the right side, fly to right back in the 3rd. Toss over to first by Fernando Rodriguez, and Josh Ford is back standing up. Quakes would love a ground ball right here. Turn 2, get out of the inning, and keep this 2-0 lead intact. First offering from Fernie. Curveball outside corner on Ryal. It's 0-1. Quakes have had good success this year when Fernando Rodriguez has started a game. Quakes 6-4 when Fernie Rodriguez starts. 0-1. Curveball. That's a strike at the knees. And it's 0-2 now on Rusty Ryal. I was talking with Fernie the other day. We were sitting down in the dugout. We had just done a pregame interview. We were sitting, just kind of shooting the breeze. There's a high fastball swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. Rusty Ryal down swinging on some high cheese from Fernando Rodriguez. His second strikeout here in the 5th inning. And now back to the top of the order with Emilio Bonifacio, the second baseman. As Duff goes out for a quick talk with Fernie Rodriguez. Like I said, I was talking to Fernando, and after the interview was done, we were just sitting around, and I said, do you feel like you've kind of been going under the radar a little bit? And he said, yeah, I do. He said, he brought up, he threw back-to-back complete games for Cedar Rapids last year. Actually lost both games. I mean, I think gave up 2 runs in one and took the loss, then gave up 1 run in the other and took the loss. First pitch to Bonifacio. A changeup down and in as he was showing bunt and pulled it back. And the count's 1-0. And he's like, I mean, there wasn't anything, even in the paper about it. He's like, and sometimes you sit there and you get a little upset because you're saying, why don't I get, the publicity that so-and-so is getting? Here's a little tapper out in front of home plate, and they're going to call that a fair ball as Duff tags out Emilio Bonifacio, who never left the batter's box. So the old 2 unassisted ground out ends the inning here in the top of the 5th, and Fernando Rodriguez works around those back-to-back singles by Millens and Ford and leaves runners on the corners. Lancaster in the 5th, no runs, 2 hits, no Quakes errors, and a pair are left. We're halfway through. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Quakes blanking the JetHawks 2-0.
Dog waste left on a lawn or sidewalk is disgusting, especially when left on your lawn. But it doesn't end there. It becomes a public health risk. When it washes away with the rain or a hose off any lawn or street surface and drains directly into the Santa Ana River, carrying harmful bacteria. As a dog owner, you can set a good example by picking up after your pet every time. Your actions will influence your family and your neighbors. Please take the following steps to care for your canine and help protect your neighborhood and public health. Clean up after your dog every time. When you grab the leash, grab a bag and have it with you. Take advantage of the complimentary bags offered in dispensers at local parks and use them to dispose of your pet's waste. Make sure you always have extra bags in your cars so you are prepared when you travel with your dog. Carry extra bags when walking your dog and make them available to other pet owners who are without. Teach kids how to properly clean up after a pet. Encourage them to throw used bags into the nearest trash receptacle if they are away from home or on a walk. For more pollution prevention tips, please call the City of Rancho Cucamonga at 909-477-2740, extension 4060. 909-477-2740, extension 4060.
Teamwork. It's important on the field and off. When it comes to engineering services, more people are teaming up with Bonaldo Engineering. They feature a full spectrum of structural, consulting, engineering, and design build services. Whether it's commercial, industrial, or residential, go with a winning team, Bonaldo Engineering. For information or a consultation, call 944-9992 or stop by their office at 9480 Utica Avenue, Suite 607. Bonaldo Engineering, a proud sponsor of Quakes Baseball.
Of the 5th here at the Epicenter, and the Quakes on top of the JetHawks 2-0. As here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be the top of the order due up against the left-hander Kellen Robb, Nate Sutton, Ryan Leahy, and then Sean Rodriguez, 1, 2, and 3. Sutton in from the left side. Line drive, diving catch made by Bonifacio on the first pitch here in the bottom of the fifth. That was a heck of a play by Bonifacio. Diving to his right and making a nice backhanded stab of that hot liner by Nate Sutton. So Nate Sutton, of all people, can appreciate that. He's the Quakes second baseman. And his counterpart takes away what could have been Sutton's third hit of the game. Leadoff man gone. Here's Ryan Leahy in from the right side. Lays off a changeup. That's in at the knees, and that's a called strike one. Leahy without an official at-bat today. He walked in the first. That put down a sacrifice bunt in the third. 0-1. Curveball. Down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it was a big sacrifice bunt by Leahy because it moved runners from first and second to second and third. And then Sean Rodriguez came through with a 2-run double down the left field line. Fastball outside from Kellen Robb, and it's 2-1. Curveball, high and away, 3 balls and a strike. Leahy hitting .250. No home runs and 12 runs batted in. Here's the 3-1. Fastball, outside corner. And it's full on Leahy, 3-2. Ryan, 5'10", 180 pounds. From Salem, Massachusetts. 3-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Kellen Robb. And quickly 2 away here in the bottom half of the fifth. Quakes leading 2-0. And with the bases empty, here's Sean Rodriguez, the shortstop. He's in from the right side. Fastball down low from Kellen Robb. And it is 1-0. Outfield around towards right on Rodriguez. Check the swing, but a changeup. A called strike. And we're even now at 1-1. Rodriguez hit .250 down in Cedar Rapids last year. 14 home runs and 45 runs batted in. Fastball outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Popped up. Right side. Into right field and into foul ground goes Carlos González. He'll make the catch in front of the Lancaster bullpen there in right field, and Rodriguez flies out to right. A 1-2-3 inning turned in by the lefty Kellen Robb here in the bottom of the fifth. Quakes go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We go to the sixth. Quakes 2 and the JetHawks nothing.
A few years ago, a small bank from Rancho, Cucamonga started sending shockwaves through the banking industry. Vineyard Bank rolled through Southern California with a creative force that is changing the way we bank. We created small ripples at first, with innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively, where it would help businesses and families the most. Then our reputation grew stronger thanks to personal bankers with a can-do attitude committed to building lasting relationships. Vineyard Bank's financial performance was off the scale. A fast-growing bank with a rising stock. New, customer-friendly branches offering easy access to your money, opening throughout the Southland. Online banking on our award-winning website at www.vineyardbank.com. That's Vineyard Bank, proud to be your hometown bank, proud to support our hometown team. For more information, please call 1-800-442-4996. That's 1-800-442-4996.
The 2006 Rancho Cucamonga Quakes aren't always playing baseball at the Epicenter. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2006 Quakes, Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is the most powerful video game and entertainment system out there, delivering the best games, the next generation of premier Xbox Live online gaming services, and unique digital entertainment experiences that revolve around you. Xbox 360, available now at your local retailer. Jump in at www.xbox.com for more information.
and Fernando Rodriguez begins his second inning of work. Stranded a couple of runners on the corners back in the fifth. Here in the sixth, he gets Ryal, González, and Reynolds, 2, 3, and 4. And the Lancaster order opens with a changeup down and in, and it's a ball and no strikes. Chris Ryal has been aboard twice today. Once on a walk, once on a single. Fastball low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Bartolo Colon started for the Quakes on a rehab assignment from the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Went 4 shutout innings. There's a line drive into right field. It'll carry out to Cliff Remley. He puts it away. And the leadoff man gone for the JetHawks here in the top half of the sixth. Colon looked pretty good, probably threw, I'd say, about 90 to 95% fastballs. Mixed in the secondary stuff as he saw fit, but for the most part it was just 4-seam fastball after 4-seam fastball. Added up as high as 93 on the radar gun. Fastball from Rodriguez, the strike at the knees on Carlos González. It's 0-1. And Colon was working both sides of the plate. Inside and outside, up and down. Here's a sharp one hopper to Nate Sutton. Fields it on the backhand and throws out González. 4-3, the scoring right there. 2 away here in the top of the sixth. As González hit that ball pretty well out to second base. But Sutton made a nice play on the backhand side. So base is empty, 2 gone. And here's Mark Reynolds, the shortstop. Quakes leading at 2-0. First offer, fastball, swung on and foul tipped at the plate. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1, fouled off to the right. And Fernando Rodriguez ahead in the count on Reynolds, 0-2. Reynolds, the league leader with 12 home runs. He's hitting .320. 36 RBIs as well. 0-2, a fastball up high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Outfield straight away on Reynolds. There's the 1-2 from Rodriguez. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. They say he held up. So Reynolds able to check his swing on a curveball, and we're even now at 2-2. Right-hander against right-hander. Rodriguez working out of the windup. There's the 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. 90 miles an hour up in the zone from Fernie Rodriguez, and he blew it past a swinging Mark Reynolds. Third strikeout of the day for Fernando Rodriguez, and he sets Lancaster down in order here in the top of the sixth. JetHawks go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We're through 5.5 innings of play. Quakes still on top, 2-0.
Feasting, fishing, tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the book, not the other book. Fences, gates, inline skates, artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, bomb mail, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the book. Let your fingers walk into the book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Whether it's a collision at home plate or on the road, we know that accidents happen. If you've been in an accident and need auto body repair, visit the pros at Rocky's Auto Body. They feature expert collision repair, including state-of-the-art frame straightening and precise color matching. They work with all insurance companies and can even set you up with tow service and a rental car. Visit Rocky's Auto Body right next to the Quakes Ballpark on Rochester. Or find out more online at Rocky'sAutoBody.com. Rocky's Auto Body. There's only one way, the right way.
Sixth, and a new pitcher into the game for Lancaster. The left-handed Jared Doyle is on in relief. As here in the bottom of the sixth, it will work to the middle of the Quakes order with Collins, Remley, and Toussaint, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Doyle, one of those relievers who works exclusively from the stretch. And the left-hander fires a fastball on the outside corner to Collins for a called strike one. Quakes up 2-0 here in the bottom of the sixth. Michael Collins on the afternoon, 1 for 2. With an infield single, here's a fly ball out towards left. Deep, but playable for Brandon Burgess. Step or two in front of the warning track. He'll put it away. Collins flies out to left. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the sixth. So you can close the book on Kellen Robb, who started and goes 5 solid innings for Lancaster. Gives up 2 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings. A couple of walks and 2 strikeouts for Kellen Robb. Quakes did all of their damage in the 3rd inning against the left-hander, as they got leadoff singles from Fuller and Sutton. Leahy moved the runners over to 2nd and 3rd with a sacrifice bunt, and then Sean Rodriguez scored both men with a 2-run double to left. Fastball inside to Cliff Remley, and the count 1-0. Josh Ford, the catcher, setting up outside. Fastball down and away there. 2 balls and no strikes. So again for Kellen Robb, 5 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Now lefty-lefty matchup with Remley at the plate. Hit hard into right field. Get down ball. That will drop in front of Carlos González. As Remley picks up a base hit into right field. Remo's first hit of the game, and the Quakes get themselves a base runner with 1 away here in the 6th. Jared Doyle on the year has appeared in 15 games, all in relief for Lancaster. Has a record of 1-0, 2 saves, and a 5.09 ERA. First pitch to Drew Toussaint, who stands in from the right side. Fastball low and outside. It's 1-0. In those 15 ball games, Doyle has worked a grand total of 23 innings. He's given up 13 earned runs and 20 hits. 1-0. Fastball high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Doyle not overpowering with his stuff. 15 strikeouts in 23 innings, and 14 walks to go with those 15 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .238 against the new left-hander, Jared Doyle. Toussaint awaits the 2-0. Here it is from Doyle. Hit high and deep out towards left center field. Ryal and Burgess both going back, looking up, and it is gone. I swing hard. A 2-run homer for Drew Toussaint, and the Quakes double their advantage to 4-0. Number 7 on the year for Drew Toussaint. RBIs 18 and 19. And just like that, the Quakes have a little bit of breathing room. As Toussaint got ahead in the count 2-0 from Doyle. Waited on a fastball, got one, and did not miss it. Now Pat Riley, first pitch swinging. Grounds a fastball into right field. That's the base hit for Pat Riley. So he's aboard, and the hits keep piling up for the Quakes. They had 2 runs on 3 hits in the third. They've got 2 runs on 3 hits so far here in the sixth. And 3 straight hits against the left-hander Jared Doyle. Remilly's single, 2 Stauts, 2-run homer. And now the base knock by Pat Riley. As the catcher Josh Ford went out for a talk with the left-hander the left-hander Jared Doyle. So a runner aboard for Tim Duff, the catcher. Duffy today 1 for 2. Hit into a double play to end the second, then singled in the fourth. In from the right side, change up high and away from Doyle. It's a 1-0. Duff appearing in just his 12th game of the year for the Quakes. .152 average for Tim. No homers, 2 RBIs. A toss to first. And Riley is back standing up. Outfield straight away on Duffer. 1-0. Curveball, high and away. And it is 2 balls and no strikes. Quakes up 4-0 here in the bottom of the sixth. Riley held at first by Cesar Nicholas, the 2-0. Fastball, outside corner. And it is 2-1. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, 2-1 to Duff. Swung on and fouled sharply into the seats off to our right. Look out over there. I think everybody's okay. And that's fortunate because that ball got into the seats in a hurry off the bat of Tim Duff. Duff can reach. Cody Fuller would be next. 2-2. Swung on and fouled back towards Cody Fuller in the on-deck circle. And it remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quakes have had a couple of big hits in this one. 2-run double by Rodriguez in the third. 2-run homer by Toussaint here in the sixth. Two again. Curveball way high and outside from Doyle. And now it is full on Tim Duff. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out for Rancho here in the sixth. Toss over to first, and Riley is back standing up. Jared Doyle in his first inning of relief after the starter, Kellen Robb, went 5 innings. Three-two. Outside, that's ball 4. And a nice patient at bat by Tim Duff as he draws a walk, and the Quakes have men at first and second now. That's going to draw the skipper, Brett Butler, for a talk with Doyle, the left-hander. Fans, want to remind you that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by Esther Tacos in Upland. Serving authentic Mexican food 7 days a week. Esther's features tacos, burritos, quesadillas, and fajitas. Give them a call at 946-8111 for catering information. Or swing by Esther Tacos at the corner of Foothill and Grove in the Red Hill Shopping Center in Upland. And while you're there, make sure you enter to win free Quakes tickets. come on out on a beautiful day like today and watch some pretty good baseball. As Butler has said his piece, walks back to the dugout, and here's Cody Fuller in from the right side. Always know when Fuller's coming to the plate. Comes up to one of the best walk-up songs there is, Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Starts off slow and builds up. Line drive right back up the middle and through into center field on the first pitch. Coming around third is Pat Riley. Throw goes into third base. As the JetHawks concede the run, Cody Fuller comes through with an RBI single, and the Quakes lead it now 5-0. Didn't take long for Cody Fuller to come through. Very first pitch he sees from Jared Doyle gets ripped right back up the middle. As Riley scores and Tim Duff goes to second. So 3 runs in for the Quakes here in the 6th on 4 hits and a walk. And still only 1 out. As Nate Sutton stands in from the left side. Left-hander against left-hander. Sutton lays off a fastball on the outside corner. Well, gets called for a strike. It's 0-1. Check of the runners by Doyle. Now the 0-1. Change up inside corner, and Sutton behind in the count, 0-2. Nate Sutton has 2 hits today. Should have 3, but Emilio Bonifacio made a great diving catch on a line drive back in the 5th. Curveball, little bit high. And the count now 1-2. Duff, the runner at second. Cody Fuller, the man at first. There's the 1-2 to Nate Sutton. Line drive down the left field line. That's going to get past Brandon Burgess and get all the way to the wall. Tim Duff is around third. He's going to score. Cody Fuller going to be waved around third. Here comes the relay from Bonifacio. It is not in time. And taking third on the throw is Nate Sutton. And the Quakes lead it now 7-0. A 2-run double the opposite way for Nate Sutton. And the Quakes have broken it open with 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Sutton's 3rd hit of the game. His 3rd double of the year, RBIs 13 and 14. And the inning continues for Ryan Leahy as the JetHawks bring the infield in. First offering to Leahy. Fastball upstairs from Doyle. It's 1-0. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. 1-0. Had a fastball to hit and fouled it straight back. As it is even now, 1-1 now. Leahy today has walked and struck out. Also put down a sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd. Inside target from Ford, the catcher. 1-1. Popped up. Headed back in this direction. Over the netting and down into the front row of club seats. As one of the middle school kids picked it up and jokingly offered to throw it back to some of her classmates and then decided to hold on to it. So 1-2 the count on Ryan Leahy. Quakes up 7-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. And Nate Sutton, the man at third, as Leahy sends this one high and foul down the left field side. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 home again from Doyle. Curveball outside. 2-2 now the count. Quakes have gotten a 2-run homer from Toussaint here in the 6th. An RBI single by Fuller and a 2-run double by Sutton. 2-2. High fastball swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. That would have been a ball had Ryan Leahy been able to lay off of it. But with 2 strikes, felt the need to protect the plate and chased one out of the zone. As Doyle picks up his first strikeout. So now here's Sean Rodriguez. Quakes have batted around here in the 6th. Rodriguez, the 9th man to hit. Stands in from the right side. 1 for 3 with a 2-run double back in the 3rd. Now fastball upstairs from Jared Doyle for ball 1. Rodriguez hitting .294. 9 homers, 31 RBIs, the 1-0. Curveball swung on and missed. And it's even up at a ball and a strike. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. 1-1 to Rodriguez. Swing and miss on another curveball. And Doyle ahead in the count at 1-2 now. Runs on 5 hits for the Quakes here in the 6th. Turned a 2-0 game into a 7-0 game. As time is called by Rodriguez, and he steps out. Nate Sutton, the runner at third. Doubled in 2 runs and went to third on the throw. There's the 1-2 from Doyle. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Sean Rodriguez just barely able to get a piece of that curveball. There is action in the Lancaster ball. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, thank you very much. And indeed, here we are. The epicenter is the setting once again where this morning the Quakes will look to snap a 4-game losing streak, which ties a season high in terms of consecutive setbacks for the Quakes. And they'll have a great shot to do it as the big right-hander Bartolo Colon, last year's American League Cy Young Award winner, makes a rehab start for the Quakes here today. Fans, good morning to you. Rob Sinclair coming to you live from here in Rancho Cucamonga. And we mentioned Bartolo Colon making the start. This is one of the most anticipated starts and rehab appearances in Quakes history. Colon last year went 21-8 with a 3.48 earned run average. He was just the second Angels pitcher to ever win a Cy Young Award win, the first in more than 40 years to earn that honor. He's won at least 14 games in 8 straight Major League seasons. Only pitcher in the last 8 years to win at least 14 games. He and the Quakes have taken the field. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 60 seconds. We'll come back, take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll get ready for Colon's rehab start as the Quakes take on the Lancaster JetHawks in Game 4 of this 4-game series. All right, coming back in 3, 2, 1. Back here at the epicenter as the big right-hander Bartolo Colon makes his warm-up tosses. We'll let him get loose, and let's take a look at how the Lancaster JetHawks line up against Bartolo Colon. JetHawks come in having won 7 in a row. That makes the JetHawks the hottest team in the California League, although they are still in last place, 8.5 games behind Inland Empire. JetHawks on the year 24-29. Leading it off for the JetHawks, the second baseman Emilio Bonifacio. Then it's the center fielder Chris Ryal and the right fielder Carlos González will bat third. In the middle of the order, Mark Reynolds is the shortstop. He's the cleanup man, leads the California League with 12 home runs. Stephen Nicholas, the big first baseman, hits fifth. Batting sixth and playing left field is the switch hitter, Brandon Burgess. In the bottom third of the order for the Hawks, the DH, Jeremy Millens, bats seventh. Josh Ford, the former Baylor Bear, is catching. He is in the 8th spot, and rounding things out in the 9 hole is the third baseman, Rusty Ryal. So again, for the JetHawks, they go with Bonifacio, Ryal, and González. Reynolds, Nicholas, and Burgess, followed by Millens, Ford, and Ryal. And the starter today for Lancaster is the left-hander, Kellen Robb. As Bartolo Colon has finished his warm-up tosses, the vitals on Colon, 32 years old, 5'11", 250 pounds, born in Altamira in the Dominican Republic. This year made 3 starts for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, going 0-2 with a 7.07 ERA before going on the disabled list with right shoulder inflammation. This is his first rehab start. We expect that he will make one more in Salt Lake and then rejoin the Angels in about 10 days. First offering is on the way, and a fastball at 90 miles an hour misses upstairs to Emilio Bonifacio, and the count is 1-0. Bonifacio is switch hitter in from the left side. Next offering, another fastball from Colon on the inside corner, and it's even up at 1-1. Again, the numbers for Colon last season, simply outstanding. They won the American League Cy Young Award. Hot shot over to first, and gloved nicely by Michael Collins as he plays it on a knee, carries it to the bag himself. Bonifacio turned around on that fastball from Bartolo Colon, but hit it right at Michael Collins, who is making just his 3rd start of the year at first base. And Collins does a nice job over there and takes it to the bag himself for the first out here in the top of the first. Now brings us to Chris Ryal. He's in from the right side. Fastball down and away from Colon. It's 1-0. So 1-2 the count on Sean Rodriguez. Here it is from Jared Doyle. Curveball high and away. And it's even now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield a little bit around towards right. 2-2. Inside out swing. Diving stop by Nicholas at first base. He'll shovel to Doyle covering the first base bag. That was a nice play by Cesar Nicholas, as he went diving to his left to field that ground ball by Rodriguez. And that does it for the Quakes here in the 6th, but not before Rancho Cucamonga picks up 5 runs on 5 hits. Remily singled with 1 out. Toussaint followed with a 2-run homer, then a single and a walk before Fuller's RBI base hit, and then Nate Sutton lined a 2-run double down the left field line. 5 runs, 5 hits. No Lancaster errors. 1 man is left. We go to the 7th. Quakes have broken this one wide open. Quakes now leading the JetHawks 7-0.
You're listening to Rob Sinclair and Quakes Baseball on AM 1370 KWRM Corona.
You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent Pamela Polson at 909-628-7633 today. Subject to availability and qualifications, Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
A pitcher's best friend is the double play. It gets them out of a jam. When your vehicle's transmission is in a jam, here's a double play combination for you. Carl's Transmission Exchange and the Transmission Man. Carl's is the oldest transmission shop in Rancho Cucamonga, keeping you on the go for over 25 years.
Find Carl's in Rancho Cucamonga on 8th Street between Archibald and Hermosa, and visit the Transmission Man in San Bernardino on Baseline between Del Rosa and Sterling.
Nicholas leading it off for Lancaster. In for the right side, taking a fastball from Fernando Rodriguez, and it's 0-1. Nicholas, Burgess, and Millens, 5, 6, and 7, do up for the JetHawks. Quakes leading this one 7-0. 0-1, lined into right center field. That's a base hit, as Cliff Remily will come over to cut it off and hold Cesar Nicholas to a leadoff single here in the top half of the 7th. Fans, I want to remind you that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by Bobby Baja's in Rancho Cucamonga, offering the very best tri-tip California barbecue and Baja street food in the Inland Empire. Let Bobby Baja's cater to your family just like they cater to us up here in the press box. Bajas on the corner of Foothill and Vineyard in Rancho Cucamonga. We'll ring them up at 989-99-25. Here's a ground ball at first, knocked down by Collins. Picks it up, shovels to Rodriguez covering the bag, and they'll get the out on Brandon Burgess. Michael Collins tried to backhand that one. You could see him want to go to second a little bit before he had the ball, trying to start a 3-6-3 or a 3-6-1 double play, but had that ball roll around in the pocket of his glove and ended up just knocking it down and taking the out at first. So 3-1 the scoring. Brandon Burgess grounds out. Nicholas goes to second. And now with one away, here's Jeremy Millens, the DH. He's in for the right side. Great curveball from Fernie Rodriguez. Misses down low, and it's 1-0. Right-hander against right-hander. 1-0. Fastball inside corner. And it's even now 1-1. Jeremy Millens, 1 for 2. Struck out in the third against Bartolo Colon. And then singled in the fifth. One on the way. Bouncing ball back up the middle. This will be handled by Sean Rodriguez behind the second base bag. Picks, throws, got him. Score that one 6-3. Caesar Nicholas goes to third, and there are 2 away. Quakes up 7-0. Trying to snap a 4-game losing streak and get the month of June started off on the right foot. Big 3-game series coming up beginning tomorrow as the Inland Empire 66ers come to town. Quakes honestly cannot afford to fall too much farther behind the Sixers if they want to win this first half championship. Fastball down low to Josh Ford, and it's 1-0. Quakes coming into play today, 6.5 back of Inland Empire. The Sixers had won 9 in a row, 10 of their last 11. There's a fly ball into center field, and play ball for Cody Fuller. He'll drift back a few steps, puts it away. And that does it for Lancaster here in the top of the 7th, where the JetHawks get a leadoff single from Caesar Nicholas, and they strand him at third base as Fernando Rodriguez works out of the inning. No runs to hit, no errors, and 1 left. Fans, I think we all know what time it is. Get on up, stretch them out. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Quakes 7, and the JetHawks nothing.
Galliano Winery, located at 1431 Wineville Road in Mariloma, California. In business since 1927, the Galliano family's roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as custom labels. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. That's 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
After a big game, the cleanup job that the bleachers need can seem overwhelming. If you're faced with the same sort of dilemma after a day at the office, contact SCS Services. They specialize in industrial and commercial cleaning, and yes, they even do windows, inside and out. For free estimates, call SCS Services in your Yellow Pages, or give them a call at 987-9968. That's 987-9968.
SCS Services. Better service, lower pricing.
Bottom of the 7th, and the Quakes with a 7-0 lead, doing the bulk of the damage in the 6th inning against Jared Doyle, the left-hander, who gives up 5 runs and gets lifted after that one very ineffective inning, replaced now by the sidearmer Ryan Coffin, whose first offering is fouled back by Michael Collins, and the count 0-1. Line scores look like this: Quakes 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Lancaster, no runs, 5 hits, and no errors. As it's the middle third of the Quakes order due up here. Collins, Remley, and Toussaint, 4, 5, and 6. The 0-1 down and in. And at the ball and a strike. Michael Collins, 1 for 3 today. 1-1 came in behind him. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Final line for Jared Doyle looks like this. Goes 1 inning, 5 runs on 5 hits. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And also gave up a home run as well. There's the 2-1. Bounced on 2 hops to the second baseman, Emilio Bonifacio. He'll throw out Michael Collins. Score that one 4-3. And the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Let's tell you about Ryan Coffin, native of Tempe, Arizona, 6'4", 200 pounds. Split time last year between Lancaster and South Bend. As the middle schoolers go crazy for Tremor dancing on top of the Quakes dugout there on the third base side. Cliff Remley in at the plate, swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. Coffin this year, 0-1 with a 6.46 earned run average. That's in 15 previous relief appearances. 0-1, change up down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now fastball outside to Remo, 2 balls and a strike. Ryan Coffin has worked 23 2/3 in 15 previous outings. He's given up 17 earned runs and 32 hits. 2-1 to Remley. Fouled back. That'll bounce off the top of the roof and go all the way back down to the front row of seats there behind the netting. And it's even at 2-2. Remley today, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. 2-2 in the air, shallow left field. Burgess got a late break on it. It's going to fall in front of him for a base hit. So Remley with a soft single out to left. And Brandon Burgess out there in left field. If he had gotten a good jump, probably could have made the play. But was frozen when that ball came off the bat. And that becomes the 12th hit of the game for the Quakes. As Drew Toussaint will stand in from the right side. Right-hander against right-hander. First offering, fastball, strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Coffin with 15 strikeouts and 23 2/3, 12 walks. And opponents are hitting .337 against her. Here's a ball smoked and caught on a line by the third baseman, Rusty Ryal. Now the throw back to first was in time, but it's short hop Caesar Nicholas. And that allows Cliff Remley to get back to first safely. So Toussaint lines out to third. And Cliff Remley would have been doubled up, but Nicholas couldn't handle the throw. So Remley's still aboard at first. 2 gone now here in the 7th. And the inning continues for Pat Riley. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat. Medium left center field. And this one is going to drop in front of Brandon Burgess. As he's trying to barehand it, keeps bobbling it. Eventually we'll just flip it to the cutoff man as Cliff Remley goes to third. That one was off the end of the bat as Pat Riley picks up his second hit of the game. Runners at the corners now for the Quakes. And that brings Tim Duff, the catcher, to the plate. Quakes up 7-0. They've had multiple hit innings 4 times in 7 innings today. 2 hits here. And Duff takes a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Duffer's had a nice night at the plate. Been aboard twice. A single, a walk, and a run scored in 3 trips. Here's a high chopper foul outside of third base. And Tim behind to the count now, 0-2. This ball game, the end of a week-long road trip for Lancaster. They'll go home starting tomorrow. There's the 0-2 to Duff. Curveball, and that's going to be a called strike 3. Are you kidding me? That ball basically scraped the dirt, and the home plate umpire called it a strike, and Duff strikes out looking. You can't blame Duff for looking at that pitch because it was around his ankles. And Duffy just with a smile on his face as he walks back to the dugout, because sometimes in this game, all you can do is smile. Hey, you know what? On the bright side, Quakes are up 7-0, and the regular umpires will be back no later than June 12th, and we won't have to put up with the replacements anymore. Bottom of the 7th, Quakes, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they strand runners at the corners. We're through 7 complete. We go to the 8th. Quakes in control of this one, 7-0.
Great moments in Laughlin history. Jeff from Barstow tries out his new camera phone.
Hey, Jeff sending pictures from Laughlin.
Looks like you rented a jet ski.
Cool. Nice floating by a pontoon boat.
Are there girls on there?
Yeah, those are girls.
Are they hot?
Yeah, and they're really tan. I think he's in a casino now.
Are the girls with him?
They're blowing on his dice. Nice, he won.
Good. He owes me money.
They're in a nightclub now.
Whoa.
Knee-deep in females.
Oh, that never happens when we're with them.
Hello?
Hey, man, you guys should come down here. Hey, baby.
Jeff says hello.
Uh-huh.
I hate Jeff.
Laughlin, Nevada. Founded on fun.
I don't want to know what that is.
For information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
Teams prefer a home field advantage. The same can be said in healthcare. Rancho Mobility Medical Equipment and Supplies features a complete line of home health equipment and supplies so that you can thrive anywhere. They feature sales and rentals of wheelchairs, power chairs, walkers, scooters, bath products, ramps, stair lifts, pediatric equipment, and more. Most insurance is accepted, so call 888-853-3565 today. Log on to ranchomobility.com or visit them between Milken and Haven on Arrow.
At a curveball strike from Fernie Rodriguez as we're underway here in the top of the 8th. Quakes in control 7-0 as Ryal fouls this one back off the screen, and it's 0-2. Ryal to start, then back to the top of the order with Bonifacio and Chris Rawl. So 9, 1, and 2. Due up for the JetHawks here in the 8th. Curveball down low there, it's 1-2. Now curveball popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Duff and Collins are both there. It'll be the catcher, Tim Duff, who made the catch in foul territory. Almost ran over Michael Collins to get to that one, but Duffer makes the catch, and that's the first out here in the top of the 8th. I think the schools here are having a little shouting competition. See who can be the loudest. Nothing wrong with that. Fastball strike to Bonifacio, and it's 0-1. Like I say, fans, you got to let kids be kids. Fastball down low, and it's even a 1-1. Nothing wrong with going outside to a baseball game, getting loud and screaming away. Swinging the ball fouled off by Bonifacio. It's 1-2. Quakes lead it 7-0 here in the top of the 8th. Bonifacio is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Couple of groundouts and a fly to right. Here's a slow roller to Nate Sutton at second base. Charging in. Picks, throws, got him. 4-3. Nice play by Sutton on the run, and there are 2 gone. What I really like about middle school day is the fact that some middle schools are booing the other middle schools. First offering to Chris Rawl. Fastball outside. It's 1-0. Now, it's one thing to cheer when you're, 13, 14 years old. It's something else entirely to boo other 13 and 14-year-olds. Where are we? Philadelphia? Fastball inside, 2-0. I mean, in Philly, they boo Santa Claus. 2-0. Ground ball rolled over to the shortstop, Sean Rodriguez. Picks, throws, got him. Score that one 6-3. A routine 1-2-3 inning for Fernie Rodriguez here in the top of the 8th. Nothing out of the infield for the JetHawks. They go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Quakes in control of this one. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Rancho 7 and Lancaster 0.
Bob Sinclair here reminding you that any night is a great night to enjoy Quakes baseball. Our Monday Madness promotion gets you 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 sodas, and 2 popcorns for just $12. Come out for Weenie Wednesdays and enjoy delicious Farmer John hot dogs for just $1. And every Thursday, quench your thirst with $1 beers and sodas on Dave & Buster's Thirsty Thursday. To order Quakes tickets in person, stop by the Epicenter from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday. You can also order by phone by calling 909-481-5252 or buy tickets online at rcquakes.com.
There you are, working diligently on your computer when all of a sudden, there's nothing. All that time and work gone. Yes, computer failure. Most of us have experienced it before. Luckily, the pros at PC Fix are here to help. We know computer problems can hurt the efficiency of your business or frustrate you at home. That's why we take great pride in saving data. We offer prompt certified service at a low flat rate. From repairs and upgrades to internet security, find us in your yellow pages. PC Fix. Don't worry, we can save your data. We fix what they can't.
All right, coming back in. In 3, 2, 1. Bottom of the 8th, and Cody Fuller will lead it off for the Quakes. Rancho Cucamonga all over Pittsburgh. All over Lancaster. 7-0 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First offering to Cody Fuller sounded like a broken bat. Little flare out towards left and playable for Brandon Burgess. He'll come in, make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Ryan Coffin here in the bottom of the 8th. I was thinking Pittsburgh because they completed a sweep of my fighting Milwaukee Brewers today, 4-3. The final at PNC Park, as the Brewers blew a 3-2 lead in the 9th inning. Jose Castillo tied the game with an RBI double off the closer Derek Turnbow, and then Ryan Dumit singled to right to score Castillo, and just like that, the Quakes, the Brewers, get swept 4-0. Fastball outside to Nate Sutton. And the count 1-0. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Fastball down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Nate Sutton's had a big game today. 3 for 4. He has scored a run and had a back-breaking 2-run double his last time up in the 6th. 2-0 lines this one, shallow left field, get down ball. That's going to drop in front of Brandon Burgess, and it's a 4-hit game for Nate Sutton. So that ties a season high for a Quakes individual. 4 hits today for Nate Sutton. And for Sutton, that is his second 4-hit game this season. So 1 on and 1 out. Here's Leahy, the third baseman, in for the right side. First pitch swinging, lines it into left field. That's a base hit. Ryan Leahy with his first hit of the game. And runners at first and second now for the Quakes. They have pounded out 15 hits against JetHawks pitching today. Sean Rodriguez comes to the plate. That base hit for Leahy means that every Quakes hitter has a hit now. Sutton's got 4. Leahy has 1. Sean Rodriguez, the man at the plate, has 1. Takes a fastball inside. It's 1-0. Collins has 1. Remily has 2. Toussaint has 1. Riley has a pair. Duff has a hit. And Cody Fuller has 2 hits. 1-0 to Rodriguez. Fastball outside corner. And it's even up at a ball and a strike. That Milwaukee and Pittsburgh game, the only big league game that's going on right now. As Pittsburgh defeats Milwaukee 4-3 with 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Everything else is later tonight, even though there are only 2 other games in the National League and only 4 games in the American League. 2-1, fastball. Outside corner, that's a called strike. It's even at 2-2. Looks like the Quakes will salvage the final game of this 4-game series against Lancaster. 2-2 to Rodriguez. Swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. Second strikeout for Ryan Coffin, the right-hander. And now with 2 gone, here's Michael Collins. Remember, Quakes stay at home over the weekend, hosting the Inland Empire 66ers. 7:05 start tomorrow, 7:05 on Saturday, and then 2:05 on Sunday afternoon. We'll be live on KWRM all 3 games. And remember, Saturday's game is a TV game, so I'll be doing the TV, and our 7 loyal listeners on KWRM will be hearing the dulcet tones of Jeff Levering. Swing and a miss by Michael Collins on a fastball, and it's 0-1. Tubby 1 for 4 today. A single back in the first. Since then, he's grounded out twice and fly to left. 0-1 from Coffin. Swing and a miss on another fastball. It's 0-2. Parent Club gets the day off today. No game for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Lancaster's parent club, the Arizona Diamondbacks, played later tonight in Atlanta. Slow roller to the second baseman Emilio Bonifacio. Picks a clean and throws out Michael Collins. 4-3 the scoring right there, and despite a couple of hits by Sutton and Leahy, nothing doing for the Quakes here in the 8th. Well, it's not like they really need any more insurance. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, a pair left. We go to the 9th. Quakes 3 outs away from a victory on top of Lancaster, 7-0.
In baseball, there are day games, night games, and even the occasional twilight doubleheader. But you'll never see a first thing in the morning game. That's because mornings are for Farmer John. Whether it's delicious hardwood smoked bacon, savory sausage, or juicy ham steaks, they're all made fresh right here in the Southland. There's even Farmer John quick serve bacon and sausage. It's ready in seconds. So share your afternoons and evenings with the Quakes. But mornings are for you and Farmer John. Get fresh. Get Farmer John.
It's your first game. You got your glove?
Yeah.
Good boy. All right, bright blue sky, beautiful green grass. You know, there's nothing better than baseball in the summer.
I guess.
Hey, where's that peanut guy?
Dad, we're in the living room.
Hooked on a clear picture? Get hooked on Charter HD TV with a picture 5 times sharper than regular TV plus theater quality sound. You'll watch television like never before. Get local channels in high definition with no equipment to buy. Go where satellite can't. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Service not available in all areas. Prices may vary.
This is Rob Sinclair, the voice of the Quakes, the Ontario Airport Marriott. If you're looking for a great place to eat, the Ontario Airport Marriott features the D Street Sports Bar and Grill, open daily from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 a.m., the Pacific Grill for the fine diner, or stop by the 24-hour Pacific Deli. The Ontario Airport Marriott is located at 2200 East Holt Boulevard, just off the 10 freeway. the Ontario Airport Marriott, a proud sponsor of your 2006 Quakes on the radio.
In baseball, it's good to have a player that can do it all. The same is true in business. If you're searching for business telephone systems, voice data cabling, and network services, Accent Computer Solutions Incorporated is the player who can do it all for you. Accent Computer Solutions has been providing state-of-the-art technology to businesses since 1987. They even offer 24-hour service. So call 481-4368 and put Team Accent to work for you. You can also log on to teamaccent.com.
Accent Computer Solutions Incorporated. We can handle it.
Top of the ninth here at the epicenter. Quakes blanking Lancaster 7-0, trying to return the favor to the JetHawks after the Quakes were shut out in a 1-0 loss yesterday afternoon. Here in the ninth, heart of the order due up for the JetHawks against the right-hander Fernando Rodriguez, with Carlos González standing in from the left side, taking a fastball on the inside corner, and that's a called strike one. González, Reynolds, and Nicholas, 3, 4, and 5, due up for the JetHawks here in the ninth, who have managed just 5 hits all afternoon against Quakes pitching. 0-1, big curveball swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. This should be a day off for the bullpen, as Bartolo Colon started for the Quakes down on a big league rehab assignment from the Los Angeles Angels. Rodriguez came on in the 5th and is trying to finish things up here. Curveball, and González checked his swing on a pitch in the dirt. It's 1-2. And again, this was the regular day for Fernie Rodriguez to start. So he just got bumped back down on the rehab. There's the 1-2. Broken bat and a ground ball to Collins at first base. Has to evade the barrel of the bat as it went skidding along the infield dirt. Gets around it, flips to Rodriguez. And that's out number 1 here in the ninth. Score it 3-1. As Greg Smith, one of the backup pitchers, who's actually coaching first base now for Lancaster, goes and gets what remains of that bat on the infield dirt. Gives it to a bat boy, and Mark Reynolds, the shortstop, now at the plate. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Fans, want to remind you that Quakes Baseball is brought to you in part by Red Hill Barbecue of Rancho Cucamonga. Located at 8111 Foothill Boulevard on the corner of Foothill and Grove, Red Hill Barbecue is the home of the $3.99 lunch special. You can call them up at 920-0558 for catering information. 1-1. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Or visit Red Hill Barbecue from 11 to 9 Monday through Thursday and 11 to 10 Friday and Saturday. Duff setting up outside, 1-2. Fastball down low. And it's even at 2-2. Mark Reynolds 0 for 3 today, including a couple of strikeouts. His 11-game hitting streak is in jeopardy right now. Right-hander against right-hander. Rodriguez from the windup, 2-2. Curveball left it low. And now it's full on Reynolds, 3-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball in the air, right center field. Hit pretty well. Remley over there is not going to get to it because it's over the wall and out of here. A solo home run as Reynolds hits his leading 13th home run of the season. That keeps his hitting streak alive at now 12 games and prevents the shutout as it's now 7-1. Mark Reynolds, a big, strong guy, got those arms extended and drove it out over the fence in right center for Reynolds, his 13th home run and his 37th run batted in. And here's Cesar Nicholas, the first baseman. Fastball low, and it's 1-0. No harm done with that solo home run. Quakes still on top, 7-1 here in the top of the ninth. down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. As the catcher, Tim Duff, goes out for a quick talk with Fernie Rodriguez. Quakes tomorrow send the left-hander Micah Posey to the hill in Game 1 of that 3-game series against Inland Empire. 2-0 in the air, left field, and hit pretty well, but should be playable for Riley. Over towards the corner, he'll make the catch on the warning track, just barely in fair territory. As Cesar Nicholas gives it a ride, but flies out to deep left field. And now with 2 away, the JetHawks are down to their final out. That was Brandon Burgess, switch hitter in from the left side. Base is empty, 2 away. Fastball outside for ball 1. Fastball upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Should be Posey tomorrow, and the right-hander Aaron Jensen for Inland Empire. Done first pitch, 7:05. Not sure what time we're going on the air. Still haven't gotten the schedule from KWRM. I imagine it's 6:50. Line drive, center field, caught by Cody Fuller, and that does it for this ball game. As Burgess hit it well, but Fuller ranges over towards right center to make the catch, and the Quakes avoid a sweep at the hands of the Lancaster JetHawks. Final today, Quakes 7 and the JetHawks 1. Lancaster got a run to avoid the shutout here in the top of the 9th. Mark Reynolds with his league-leading 13th home run of the year, a solo shot, provides all the scoring for Lancaster. The Quakes hold them to just 1 run for the 2nd straight day, but of course, yesterday, Quakes lost 1-0. Lancaster half of the 9th, a run, a hit, no errors, none left. Final score today, Quakes 7 and the JetHawks 1. We'll go ahead and step aside for 90 seconds, come back with the post-game totals, and we'll wrap things up from here at the Epicenter. You're listening to the Quakes Radio Network.
A few years ago, a small bank from Rancho, Cucamonga started sending shockwaves through the banking industry. Vineyard Bank rolled through Southern California with a creative force that is changing the way we bank. We created small ripples at first, with innovative ways to move money quickly and effectively, where it would help businesses and families the most. Then our reputation grew stronger thanks to personal bankers with a can-do attitude committed to building lasting relationships. Vineyard Bank's financial performance was off the scale. A fast-growing bank with a rising stock. New, customer-friendly branches offering easy access to your money, opening throughout the Southland. Online banking on our award-winning website at www.vineyardbank.com. That's Vineyard Bank. Proud to be your hometown bank. Proud to support our hometown team. For more information, please call 1-800-442-4996. That's 1-800-442-4996.
When you're looking for a contractor, you want to work with a professional. Around here, the place to call is Summit Construction. They're the residential and commercial contractor where quality construction is guaranteed. They specialize in all areas of residential construction. They build top quality homes, do room additions, and even can build you a custom swimming pool or spa. With 25 years of experience, they do it all. For a free quote, call 909-821-2840 or see them online at summitpools.net. Summit Construction, where quality is guaranteed.
Hey folks, Rob Sinclair here to tell you about the good people at Nationwide Surveys and what they can do for your business. They can handle customer surveys, employee feedback, and even online and on-site data collection. That's Nationwide Surveys, reliable feedback, fast. Call them today at 1-800-252-0640 or visit them at nationwidesurveys.com. That's 800-252-0640 or online at nationwidesurveys.com. Today, the Quakes avoid a sweep at the hands of the Lancaster JetHawks, salvaging the final game of this 4-game series by a final count
of 7-1. With the victory, the Quakes get back to the 500 mark at 27-27. Rancho wins it with 7 runs on 15 hits. Quakes did not commit an error, and they left 9 men on base, 6 of them in scoring position. Lancaster, meanwhile, has its 7-game winning streak halted as the JetHawks fall to 24-30 on the year. 1 run on 6 hits, no walks, no errors, 5 strikeouts, or 5 runners left on board, 3 of them in scoring position. The winner today for the Quakes, the right-hander Fernando Rodriguez, as he gets his team-leading 6th win of the year. Fernie gave up 1 run over his 5 innings of work, a run on 4 hits with no walks and 3 strikeouts, the final line for Fernando Rodriguez. As the Quakes hang the loss on Kellen Robb, the left-hander. Robb falls to 2-5 as he worked 5 innings, threw the ball pretty well, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts, but offense just could not get going in time for Robb, and then the Quakes put it away with 5 runs in the 6th off of Jared Doyle, and there was no save in this one. So again, Quakes get the victory. Rancho Cucamonga back to even at 27-27 on the year. 7 runs, 15 hits, no errors, and 9 left. Lancaster, meanwhile, falls to 24-30 on the year. A run, 6 hits, no errors, and 5 left aboard. On the personal side of things, Bartolo Colon started in his big league rehab assignment for the Quakes through 4 scoreless innings. Fernando Rodriguez came in as expected in the 5th and gets the win. Fernie Rodriguez, with the victory, improves to 6-2. Kellen Rabb takes the loss. He falls to 2-5, and there was no save in this one. Fans, we will go ahead and step aside and say goodbye for right now, but don't go anywhere because the Yellow Book USA post-game show is coming up next. We'll take a look at what Bartolo Colon did for the Quakes today in his rehab assignment. We'll also take a look at how the runs were scored, and we'll get you all squared away with tomorrow's broadcast as well. Again, the final score today, Rancho Cucamonga 7, Lancaster 1. We'll step aside and be back with more on the Yellow Book USA post-game show. That's coming up next here on the Quakes Radio Network.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball has been brought to you in part by the Ontario Airport Marriott, Vineyard Bank, Charter Media, Galliano Winery, the City of Laughlin Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sprint, Chipotle, Red Roof Inn, the City of Rancho Cucamonga, Allstate Insurance, Farmer John, Xbox, Yellow Book USA, and NationwideSurveys.com. KWRM 1370 is the radio home for Quakes baseball all season long. This has been Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. The Yellow Book USA postgame show is next.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, fish and tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, coffee makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the other book, not the other book. Fences, gates, inline skates, artists, posers, florists, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, Bombay, white whale. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers walk into the other book. Let your fingers walk into the other book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Welcome to the Yellow Book USA post-game show. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. This is Quakes Baseball.
Fans, welcome back. Yellow Book USA post-game show is on the air, where this afternoon the Quakes defeat the Lancaster JetHawks by a final count of 7-1. Taking a look at how these runs were scored, the Quakes got a couple of runs early in the early in the 3rd inning, and that proved to be enough for the Quakes, as Bartolo Colon started in his big league rehab assignment and looked very good. Topped out at 96 miles an hour from what we hear. Fastest I saw him was at 93, but he apparently did go hit 96 on one fastball. as Cologne today goes 4 shutout innings, faced the minimum 10 hitters through 3 1/3, retired 8 in a row at one point, did not allow a hit until the 4th inning. And all told, Bartolo Colon goes 4 innings, gives up no runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts, as he looked very good in his return from some right shoulder inflammation. Quakes got a couple of runs in the 3rd, like we talked about. Cody Fuller and Nate Sutton led off with singles, and then Ryan Leahy moved both runners up 90 feet with a perfect sacrifice bunt up the first base line. So Fuller went to 3rd, Sutton went to 2nd, and that sacrifice bunt turned out to be pretty important because Sean Rodriguez then came up and lined a 2-run double into the left field corner to score Fuller and Sutton. RBIs 32 and 33 on the year for Sean Rodriguez, and that gave the Quakes a 2-0 lead they would never relinquish. I mentioned Bartolo Colon went the first 4 innings. Fernando Rodriguez came on in the 5th, had runners at the corners with 1 out before getting out of the inning, and then in the bottom of the 6th, Quakes broke the game wide open. Cliff Remley singled with 1 out. That started a run of 6 straight hitters reaching base for the Quakes against the left-hander Jared Doyle, who was in his first and what proved to be his only inning of relief for Lancaster. Remley singled. Toussaint then got ahead in the count 2-0 and crushed a fastball out to left center for a 2-run homer. It was Toussaint's 7th home run of the year, RBIs 18 and 19 for Drew Toussaint. Pat Riley then singled. Tim Duff drew a walk, and Cody Fuller on the very next pitch lined a single into center field. That scored Pat Riley and gave the Quakes a 5-0 lead. Then Nate Sutton came through with a backbreaker. Down in the count 1-2, lined a 2-run double the opposite way down the left field line in a lefty-lefty matchup. That was one of 4 hits for Nate Sutton in this game. Turned a 5-0 game into a 7-0 game and really gave the Quakes the victory right there in the 6th, because Lancaster would not threaten very seriously over the course of the final 3 innings. They did avoid the shutout to the JetHawks with Mark Reynolds' solo home run in the top of the 9th off of Fernando Rodriguez, but that just got Lancaster on the board, did nothing else. It's the final score today is the Quakes 7 and the JetHawks 1. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 60 seconds. We'll come back, take a look at what the Quakes did individually, both offensively and pitching-wise. That's when we return in 1 minute here on the Yellow Book USA post-game show.
Faucets leaking, termites feasting, mission tackle, paints and spackle, tubs, jacuzzis, tapes and movies, everything from A to Z. Tile and lumber, tons of plumbers, elevators, carpet makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking, Yellow Book, not the other book. Factors, gates, inline skates, artists, posers, slaughterers, grocers, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Duct tape, landscape, sit-down mowers, dentists, false teeth, uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, bond, there, wide well. Take a look and you'll see. Let your fingers do the walking, Yellow Book. Let your fingers do the walking, Yellow Book, not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
Back here on the Yellow Book USA postgame show, Quakes victorious today over Lancaster by a final count of 7-1 as Rancho Cucamonga snaps a 4-game losing streak to get back to the 500 mark at 27-27. Taking a look at what the Quakes did individually, Rancho Cucamonga scores 7 runs. They pound out 15 hits today. Every Quake starter had at least 1 hit, highlighted by Nate Sutton in the leadoff spot, who goes 4 for 5 today and honestly could have had a 5-hit afternoon if not for a diving stop by Emilio Bonifacio, his counterpart at second base, there in the 5th inning when Bonifacio made a diving backhanded stab going to his right on a hot liner that seemed ticketed for center field, but Sutton singled in the 1st, reached on an infield hit in the 3rd and scored a run, then had that key 2-run double in the 6th, and then dropped a soft single into left field in the 8th. So all told, Nate Sutton goes 4 for 5 with a double, a run scored, and a couple of RBIs. Ryan Leahy goes 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and a sacrifice bunt. Sean Rodriguez 1 for 5. His 1 hit was that key 2-run double in the bottom of the 3rd to give the Quakes a 2-0 lead. Michael Collins in the cleanup spot goes 1 for 5. Cliff Remley 2 for 4. Another multi-hit game for Remo, including a run scored. Drew Toussaint 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer, his 7th of the year. Pat Riley went 2 for 3 with a walk, a couple of singles, and a run scored. So Riley gets aboard 3 times. Tim Duff had a nice day behind the plate as he called a good game and also had a productive day at the plate, going 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. And Cody Fuller down the number 9 spot has himself a 2-hit afternoon. Couple of singles, an RBI, and Fuller scored 2 runs. Pitching-wise, Quakes did not need anybody from the bullpen today, as Bartolo Colon started on his Major League rehab assignment, went 4 innings, gave up no runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Then Fernando Rodriguez came in. The box score is actually wrong. They've got Francisco Rodriguez coming in after that, but it's Fernie Rodriguez who came on, so we'll get that box score fixed up. Fernando Rodriguez improves to 6-2 with the victory, goes 5 innings, gave up 1 run on 4 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts, as the Quakes get a 7-1 victory over the Lancaster JetHawks here today. Fans, one last 60-second break. We'll come back, take a look at the scores from around the California League, and we'll get you all set up for tomorrow's broadcast as well. Quakes win at 7-1 today. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Yellow Book USA postgame show.
Everything from A to Z. Towers, lumbers, tons of plumbers, elevators, carpet makers, radiators, party favors. Take a look at your name. Not the other book. Skates, artists, posters, florists, roses, water coolers, bakers, jewelers, everything from A to Z. Dusted landscapes, sit down mowers, and this funky uppers, lowers, wholesale, retail, wide west. Take a look at your Not the other book.
To place your ad at people's fingertips, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
And back here on the Yellow Book USA postgame show, Quakes this afternoon defeat Lancaster by a final count of 7-1. Let's take a look at what else is going on around the California League right now. As one game is in progress, Inland Empire playing an afternoon game against the Visalia Oaks over in San Bernardino, and it's the 66ers who are still red hot, leading the Oaks 5-1. That ball game is in the 7th inning, so unless Visalia gets some of those big bats going, looks like Inland Empire is going to take 2 out of 3 from the Oaks, and with a victory, Inland Empire would stay 6.5 games in front of Rancho Cucamonga. Later tonight in the California League, High Desert is in Lake Elsinore as the Storm hosts the Mavericks. With a win by the Mavericks, the Quakes would go back into second place behind Inland Empire, so we'll be rooting for the Mavs in that one. In the Northern Division today, or later on tonight, I should say, Stockton hosting San Jose, and Bakersfield visits Modesto later tonight. Fans, let's take a look at what is coming up tomorrow as the Quakes continue this 10-game homestand, this season-long 10-game homestand, with the opener of a 3-game series against the aforementioned Inland Empire 66ers. Quakes tomorrow will go back to a normal start time of 7:05, and the Quakes will send the left-hander Micah Posey to the hill. Posey on the year with a record of 1-5 and a 5.25 earned run average. Still looking for his first win since joining the starting rotation. He'll be opposed by Inland Empire right-hander Aaron Jensen. Again, first pitch tomorrow set for 7:05. I imagine we'll be on the air at 6:50, but have not heard definitively one way or the other. But I imagine we will have the Quakes on Deck show coming your way at 6:50. Again, the pitching matchups, Micah Posey, the left-hander for the Quakes, Aaron Jensen, the right-hander for the Sixers. For fans, that's the story from here at the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga, where today the Quakes avoid a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Lancaster JetHawks, and they defeat the Hawks by a final count of 7-1. For everyone who has been a part of this one, especially today's producer and director, Mark Fiore, my name is Rob Sinclair, wishing all of you a very pleasant good evening, and reminding you that Quakes Baseball is a presentation of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and the Quakes Radio Network. Again, the final score, Rancho Cucamonga 7 and Lancaster 1. So long, everybody. You've been listening to Quakes California League Baseball.
You've been listening to the Yellow Book USA postgame show. Look your information up in Yellow Book, not the other book. KWRM 1370 is the radio home for Quakes baseball all season long. This has been Quakes baseball.
We at KWRM 1370 know that you have a choice when it comes to sports radio, and we also know that you're in the right place. By airing the local games that matter most to you, KWRM is your Orange County and Inland Empire sports leader. Whether it's professional baseball, college basketball, or high school football, no one delivers the best and exciting local play-by-play like KWRM. Check out our new website at KWRM1370am.com. That's KWRM1370am.com, and thanks for being a part of our all-star lineup.